Help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Ready for a new truck? Folsom Chevy is truck country. From the mountains to the levee, think Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall along Highway 50 between the Hazel and Folsom exits, or go to folsomchevy.com.
Don't miss out on the biggest action sports event happening in Sacramento this June. Tickets are now live for MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026. See nearly 100 of the world's best skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Music performances featuring electronic music icon Cascade on Friday, June 26th, and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard, and music producer DJ Subtronics on Saturday, June 27th. Score your tickets today at xgames.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the Drive, baby!
The Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. It's drive time with the Drive Guys.
I don't know about this, Alan. I was excited about the show and ready to go, and then I read the comments here, and I'm like, what is that about? McNunn in the chat says, funniest duo on sports radio. This is not fun and games. This is serious sports talk. Right? What are we fun?
No, I'll take that.
You want fun? Go play, miniature golf or something.
And I will.
This is serious. No holds barred. Forget all the fiddle faddle. This is serious sports talk on this show. Sports.
You got
X's and O's, baby.
Frank Caliendo and Kevin Hart of Sports Talk Radio. This is amazing.
Sometimes a man decides to talk the way he does.
Funny.
I love that. Finally made it. I've been waiting for this. Now my day's made. Whitey, we're one day away from the best day of the week. Short week for a lot of us. Tomorrow's Thursday already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
and a special Thursday it's shaping up to be.
Oh, it's going to be quite special in a lot of different ways. You have Major League Baseball. We know that big announcement from Sacramento. Today, you had Major League Baseball. Their discussions have started, and we're hoping that they find a way to avoid a lockout.
Right.
But
I think it's done. I think the players came out and said, this is what we want. I think the owners say, done and done. We're good. Next.
Yeah. And then you woke up. They
want the minimum salary increase to $1.5 million. The owners will be, we thought it was going to be more. We're good.
Sure. Are you sure that's all you want?
Right.
How about a blank check?
Yeah, we're going to add some more to that. But anyway.
How about a blank check? So Major League Baseball is expected to make its first proposal to the union tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. So what is it? May 28th? You have that tomorrow. So they're starting their conversation.
Lottery reform is voted on tomorrow, too.
Tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
And, of course, we'll be out as a unit at Drake's Barn as we're, getting ready for everything with Sacramento baseball and those announcements. And my boy Dusty Baker's going to be in the build. If Dusty's going to be there.
And Derek Lee, right?
That's right. I think I read that too.
Derek Lee, who played Little League with Carmichael Dave?
Yeah. Is he the one that Carmichael Dave struck out and he talks about all the time? Or you got a hit off him or something like that?
Sure.
So it's a great day. And I'll tell you this much.
I was in the dugout and Derek Lee had a sandwich and his peanut butter and jelly and he gave me a bite of it.
Cool.
And I said, would you rather have peanut butter and jelly or bacon, lettuce, and tomato?
But the bread is too crusty. And the Spurs, I thought that the Spurs with no A.J. Mitchell and no Jalen Williams, I really thought the Spurs were going to be in a good position.
I was with you. So I wanted to give you a chance here, an opportunity, if you wanted, to do a little De'Aaron Fox victory lap.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really about a victory lap. Let me check out what De'Aaron did because it can't be that bad. Oh, my gosh! Are you serious?
By the way, for those who don't know, he's doing a victory lap right now by pretending he's taking the high road. I'm not going to take a victory lap. Let me look at his box score. Whoa!
It can't be that bad. Does that say 4? Let me change my brightness. Oh, my God. 4 of 15, 0 for 4 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't like plus minus, Whitey, but he was a minus 10.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
By the way, there's 2 people in the chat asking about Thanos Thursday already.
Oh, don't worry. We're on our way to Thanos Thursday because I don't know if Thanos made De'Aaron Fox's game disappear, but that's what happened last night. Come on. That's a 4.5 right there. Look, I would never victory lap on De'Aaron. 8 assists, that's solid, man. You can get 8 assists. Playmaker, 4 rebounds. I mean, wow, he's basically, your everyday Dennis Rodman with those boards. So, just a solid night from De'Aaron. 0 for 4 from 3.
Right.
1 for 2 from the free throw line. 4 of 15. I mean, that would be good if he was a hitter on the Giants, but as a basketball player, I think we're looking for a little bit more than that. But I'm sure he'll bounce back. I'm sure you got it, D. The D train will get back on track.
I'll tell you one thing about Game 6. I think we're going to see a little separation here. We're going to see the real tough guys separated from the fake tough guys.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
Well, I thought we saw a lot of fake tough guys last night. And some of that is not the fault of any player. Some of it is the fault of the media. Did you see last night at one point, Chet's coming off the floor. There was a timeout or something. He's coming off the floor, and Wemby comes off the floor, and he walks into him with his shoulder.
I saw that.
Yeah. And Jalen Williams sees it, and he looks at Wemby. And I don't know that Wemby ever saw him. Somebody wrote a story about that in The Athletic. And I was like, wait, nothing happened. Wemby doesn't even know Jalen Williams looked at him.
Right.
That's nothing. So that's what I mean by some of the fake tough guy stuff is not the fault of the players.
Okay.
But I did think it was interesting, Wemby last night, when he leaves the game, we all saw it, and he tells Bismack Biyombo and one of the various Plumlees. I don't have my Plumlee scorebook with me. Apparently he told them to rough him up a little bit, and they did.
Yeah.
That's.
But I mean, I gotta look back at who was on the floor.
You gotta show your toughness right now if you're the Spurs, Allen, by going out and playing better basketball.
Yeah. But my whole thing is this, right? And everybody, Jared McCain literally said in a very Jared McCain way, he said, hey, what was that all about? And I think it was Plumlee.
Plumlee took him out from behind.
Right.
Yeah, just ran right into him.
Well, and Plumlee said, I got another one for you. And then Biyombo,
that one didn't look that bad to me. I think
the Biyombo one.
I think he hit his head when he fell down.
But. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm looking here, and here's my problem. And I get it, he's a scorer, but you're Plumlee. I don't know what Wemby said, but to me, it's a little bit soft to be as big as Plumlee, and the dude you go after is Jared McCain. I'm looking who's on the floor right now, Whitey. You still had Lou Dort, you had Caruso, and you had Hartenstein.
But look at it this way, Alan. Okay, if you're Plumlee, and if Wemby says, go touch somebody
Send a
up,
message.
Yeah. And there was only, 2 minutes left or something?
Yeah.
He can't really pick and choose
No,
much.
I get it, but
and
to
he's
me,
got to do it right away. He's got, it's not like, well, hold on, Wemby. I don't know if that's fair. No, so.
This one, should I push this one?
Yeah.
I understand
so I get
what you're saying.
point, but I don't think beggars can be choosers.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it just, like I said, you're the biggest dude. You're just kind of oafing around at this point, and you go after Jared McCain. Are we serious? What message was sent? Let me ask you that. What message was sent? Because all you did was probably tick off the Thunder.
I don't know what the intended message was, but the message I took out of it was, wow, the Spurs are rattled. They're not scared, but they're frustrated.
Yeah.
And they're feeling like they're not playing fair. And that's why I say the real tough guys here are going to find a way to play better basketball.
Yeah.
And not worry about all that.
I'll tell you what, Plumlee should have shoved De'Aaron. That's who he should have shoved. shove some game back into them because that was the issue.
Because you think they missed Mad De'Aaron?
That's what I'm saying. Wemby should have put out a hit on De'Aaron. Friendly fire. Hey, I was looking up something about Mad De'Aaron.
Wemby was bad last night. De'Aaron Fox was bad, and the officials were bad. The officials at times were brutal. That didn't determine the outcome of the game, although they did have a series of just terrible calls at a point at which the Spurs were starting to get back into the game. But I think the NBA better realize here that they actually are encouraging some of this borderline rough stuff that could lead to some problems. Everything's fine right now, and I know everybody loves tough basketball, but you know, people getting shoved to the floor, you got to call that a foul occasionally.
Yeah.
I think they're letting them go a little too much, but also just missing a blatant goaltend, which anybody could see from their living room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on. It leads to some of the conspiracy talk, which when you think about it is silly. Why would the league not want Wemby in the finals? But it's just the type of thing that the NBA sometimes they don't do very well.
Yeah, the only argument I would have for the Wemby thing is what I've always said about the Thunder, just kind of building that hate watch and building a new dynasty. Because historically, fans will watch dynasties. There's been now you have the Knicks in the mix, and they're going to always bring the fans regardless, but it's been so random, the parity in the NBA, and everybody wants to say that's good, but a lot of you that say that it's good, you don't end up watching when it's random teams. How many watched Thunder versus Pacers? By the way, Dylan Harper wasn't good either. Right? So I'm not just going to bag on De'Aaron. I mean, De'Aaron's getting paid $60 million more than Dylan Harper, but that's neither here nor there. None of them were good. They were all bad. The only guy you can depend on that team, it feels like, just for a baseline of scoring and production, is Stephon Castle. Out of those guys. That's the only person. I'm not really counting Wemby, but out of those guards, it feels like Stephon Castle's going to give you at least 15 and a couple assists and a couple turnovers. He's going to give you that. De'Aaron, you have who scored more than De'Aaron today? That's our new game. Who scored more than De'Aaron? Keldon Johnson.
Champagnie got off to a great start. I don't know if he finished more.
He kind of froze at 22. Who else for the Thunder? He almost scored. Kenrich Williams. He almost got it.
But you're not taking a victory lap, are you?
No, I would never take a victory lap. I would never do that. Cason Wallace almost got him. So De'Aaron's right there with those guys, the bench player types.
I think we're seeing Oklahoma City's experience and the advantage that comes with that become a factor in the series. And it's not a matter of the Spurs starting to throw the ball all over the place and get nervous. They don't get nervous, but they're getting frustrated.
Yeah.
And that's affecting their play. And I think that's part of it is, Wemby doesn't want to talk after the game.
Yeah.
Because he's frustrated.
He doesn't want to get fined.
Yeah.
Right, say something like that.
Hey, touch him up because he's frustrated. And anything that disturbs your focus from the task at hand is an advantage for the other guys. And OKC right now, the worst thing about them, for those who don't like them, they're really a good team.
Well, and this is what happens, right? There's always something that's a parallel to greatness, okay? We talked about it, whether it's the Chiefs. Man, it feels like the Chiefs never get called for holds, okay? The Warriors, the Golden State moving screens. All these teams that have the Patriots always felt like they were getting away with something.
Yeah.
All these teams.
Your team going way back.
Yeah.
Way back, the Raiders. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So all these teams that are great, are they getting the benefit of the doubt in some cases? Yes. But also, a lot of that is just part of their greatness and what they're able to do. So I don't know. Maybe less holds do get called on the Chiefs than they should. They get the benefit of the doubt, and that's what happens when you continue to win. Is it right? Well, as long as it's not egregious, I guess you kind of have to live with it, and the Spurs are learning it the hard way, and that's what makes winning your first one so difficult because you have to overcome stuff like that. So when we see the Chiefs get dismantled by the Eagles a couple years back, whoa, you just don't see that. They're always going to be around in some way. So, and I know the Warriors were missing KD, but when the Raptors won, that's why people said Kawhi is the best player in the world. To be able to take them down, he's the best player in the world. And that's what it has to take. Some of it is benefit of the doubt, And some of it is these teams are just really good and they don't get rattled. At the end of the day, the refs weren't great, but when you have guys that are making shots, Isaiah Hartenstein, he's been playing much better.
I know. You look at his numbers like, man, if there was a different name there with those stats, you'd say, hey, he's a great player.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
Exactly.
What do you have, 14 rebounds?
But nobody's going to talk about that because everybody wants to talk about, the fact that, I don't like watching Shea on the ground all the time. I don't.
I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the fact that because of the stupid Cavaliers, we don't have any basketball to watch tonight.
Yeah,
But we're winning. The analytics say we won 3 games.
Yeah, they didn't win much else. And I was trying. I told you this. And I've been really trying to get another hypothetical going for you, And I tried so hard, Whitey, with Donovan Mitchell. I was unable to do it. And it led me to a larger conversation. I'm sitting there thinking, who is a Donovan Mitchell away? And this is the same conversation you and I had with Jay before the playoffs, and he literally did nothing to make anybody feel better about that conversation. He's still in the same tier with, the Trae Youngs, if you will. I saw something going around about how Donovan Mitchell's a huge ball hog, and it doesn't get talked about enough. But I'm thinking, okay, would he go to Houston? Is Houston doing anything? Could they swap with Jamal Murray? Is he better than Jamal Murray? I don't know what to do with him.
When the Cavs traded for him from Utah, I said at the time, I don't think he's as good as they are going to need him to be. And it looked like when he first got there, he had some monster games as a Cavalier. But it looks like right now that's kind of where they are.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
not all on him, obviously.
No.
They went and brought in the relic that used to be James Harden, and that didn't really work out for him. But part of it, too, is, you're just not as good as some other teams. The Knicks right now got it going on.
They might be, I know we've done this time and time again, and I don't know how they do it. They'd be selling their soul for sure.
Yeah.
But they might be a team that says, because of our defense, and I'm just looking here at the numbers because this dude makes so much money, they might be a team where if they could maybe you move Jared Allen and Max Strus and some first, and you say, come on, KD, why not, right?
That just doesn't work, though, does it?
I don't know.
The last few teams that have tried that with KD will tell you, all right, didn't work for the Nets, didn't almost work for the Nets. But didn't work for the Suns, didn't work for the Rockets.
But Donovan's probably going to lead. So I think that you have a couple options here. You either wait it out, right, and see if you can get it done. And then
you're actually trying to worm your way into one of the scenarios that you said, I can't do it.
No, I cannot do it. It's not because it's not about the Kings. I'm just saying, because I was looking it up. He has a player option. I think he has, another year after this and then a player option, right? So if you're the Cavs, you either say, we're going to play it out with Donovan and get some more, better Max Struses or whatever, or you deal him. And if you were to deal them, certain teams might come up.
And here we are.
No.
And here we are. How'd we get here?
No, I don't know what teams.
I thought you said we're not coming here.
I don't. The train, is on the tracks. I honestly, you said the same thing about the Timberwolves deal. It's the same conversation. The money works for Zach LaVine, for Donovan Mitchell, but they'd probably want some first back. It's the same conversation.
What would you think of this? Jay, Alan, what would you guys think of this? I think in promotions they have a wheel that they use for, spinning for prizes. So we get the wheel up here, if assuming there is one. I think there is. Doug said they had one.
There's definitely a wheel.
And we put however many spaces there are in there. We need a lot of spaces. We put the names of players, NBA players. Every day we spin it. Whoever comes up, Alan's got to figure out how to create a rumor that the Kings are trying to get. Oh, my
goodness. Now you're utilizing my skill set. Now you're putting me in a position to succeed. Unlike the Giants. And unlike the Kings the last couple years, you are putting your partner.
The wheel of theoretical deals.
Oh, my goodness.
Spin the wheel deal.
Where do I sign?
Wheel. All right, you're okay with that.
Where do I sign?
Okay.
I can connect anything. Literally anything.
Yeah.
See how I did it with Donovan?
What do you think, Jay? You think Alan could pull that off?
Yeah, because his mind is already in the gutter.
Half of them he's
already
already got.
doing.
I was like, I already figured that one out. I just didn't say anything about it yet.
Pretty sure he's got a whole equation sheets down right there.
Yep.
I got my
an Excel sheet.
Yep.
I got my TI-89. I got my Google Docs Excel sheet. My VLOOKUPs. I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to go, Whitey. I can't wait for that.
So you'd sign up for that.
Oh, yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
By the way, a little worried about your athletics, struggling this week.
Oh, I got a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. So am I going to get roasted? And I know I was giving Dave a hard time, but this is different. If I go, I'm going to A's Yankees.
Okay.
On Saturday, I told you, right? Very excited to go. If I wore the big Amish shirt, am I a double dipper?
You mean because you're a Giants fan?
Yes.
No, to me, I don't have a problem with that.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely, it's an issue.
I'm not.
You mean he should wear a Giants hat? Only Giants gear?
Yeah, he can't be rocking no A's gear.
Oh, okay.
It's not A's. It's just yellow and green.
No, it's A's.
It's A's.
What if I wore the big Amish shirt?
It's not licensed, but it's A's.
With a Giants hat.
No. Okay. I've heard some people say, how can you go to a game between Team A and Team B and wear the cap of Team C?
I'm kind of that guy.
Well, to me, it's like, well, if I'm a fan of Team C, I'm rooting for them no matter who's playing. What's your problem?
Hat's one thing. Full-on jersey, blowout. That's another to me.
To me, and you're local and you've got Pennsylvania ties.
Right.
You know, I obviously...
Thank you, Whitey.
I just defer to Jay on this and his infinite wisdom. To me personally, it's like, I'd be okay with it, but you might have to clear it through the executive producer.
Okay.
No way.
Just double check.
Give everyone who's listening an explanation of why that even works.
Oh, that's a good.
Why that works? Question. Well, it works because I'm not rooting for the A's. I'm rooting for a player, Nick Kurtz. It's not an A's shirt. There's no A's branding.
Why are you rooting for him and not the team?
Because I'm not an A's fan.
Then why are you rooting for him?
Because I like Nick Kurtz.
Okay.
So is he one of your favorite players in the game now?
Well, I mean, no. The story is he went to the rival high school of my wife. And it's a very small city.
The rival high school.
Yes, it's a very small town in rural Pennsylvania.
So it's a passive-aggressive shot at your wife.
No, not at all.
You're digging the knife into the wife.
No, it's a big deal back there.
That is wrong.
No, it's a big deal back there that he made it out of Mannheim. It's a huge deal. So it's pretty cool. I got my wife and the in-laws the same shirt. We all got the shirt. It's good stuff. But it has nothing to do with the A's. He just happened to get drafted to the. If it had, Guardians colors, I'd be wearing that.
339. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
I'll say this real fast. Because of the position that you hold, I think you can't get away with it. I think if you were just Allen that worked at DMV, yeah. But because of who you are, unfortunately, the celebrity comes with the steadfastness of you can't do it. Like you just can't do it.
I got to be like agnostic. I can't wear either one.
Well, yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, unless this is where I give passes. Like I'm a huge Frank Thomas fan.
Right.
I love
Big Hurt.
Brandon Phillips. I like Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep.
There's retros or people that you liked when you grew up. There's passes for that. But as a current player, it makes it look like you're a fan of the A's when, first of all, you work for the River Cats, and then second of all, you're a fan of the Giants. Like you just got too much going. You got too much Neapolitan in your ice cream.
Ron
right
Ultra says people Allen's age are fans of players, not teams. I don't know. He's not really that young, Ron.
So, well, hold on now.
But that's not true because you're a Giants fan.
Well, so are you saying I could wear a Ricky Henderson jersey? Because it's throwback?
For me, I'd say yes because it's iconic and it's Ricky Henderson you grew up with.
What about this, Amadrock? I wore a Red Sox Devers jersey to the A's-Giants game. I got a couple looks.
No, we've had this combo. That's good.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's cool.
Because
He's
think they're
current.
good there.
It's like
just
you're
rocking
showing
the
you're
jersey.
paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah, just like a shirt that says the Big Amish.
Yeah. You know who always pays attention to what's going on is
Tried to
For other
sneak
people,
that-
not you.
Tried to sneak that in.
JR. You want to let JR decide whether you can?
Oh,
hey, JR.
222.
What's going on, JR? How are you?
You know, it's the big Hurts birthday today.
Is
you know
it?
that, right, Jay?
I didn't.
I did? Wow. How
Yeah,
about
go,
that?
Go look it up.
Uh-huh.
It was on Celebrity Birthdays this morning.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you remember? Wait, do you remember when Styles said, "My wife is all right"? It was, and you backpedaled so quick. You just said it in a way, so you just did a stabbing in her back a little bit. And I agree with your two partners there. That was a passive aggressive little move. It was well done, though.
No, I don't recall that, JR.
Okay, well, we do, the listeners. But wait a second. Theoretical wheel of deals. I can't even say the word.
Yeah.
That is a genius idea. I will sponsor the damn thing.
Okay.
I was thinking America's Tires. Yeah, what do you got? About 40 names up on that spinner, maybe.
How many do you want, Alan?
God.
It's up to Alan. Alan gets to dictate how many names.
Oh, at least 25. We start at 25.
Okay.
25. Okay.
That's that. And then there's got to be like a green one where some rando. You got to just explain somebody that nobody cares about.
Like
You
that.
got to go out. So yeah, a little double zeros like a roulette board.
Wild
or
card.
something.
Yeah.
A G leaguer who's on
Yeah.
the precipice.
Yeah, by the way, I just left the A's game. God, they were horrible.
Yeah, rough day.
I just walked out of there.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, though. Good sellout, I think.
Yep.
At least
Well,
that's what it
it's
says.
not over yet. Thank you. Thank you, JR.
There's no way they hold a World Series there, though. God, no way.
I don't know. It's in the offing. Thank you.
Thanks, JR.
He's a big fan of your wheel of theoretical deals.
Well, it's your wheel,
Mhm.
but it's my
It's about
world.
to become yours.
Your wheel, my world.
And if it doesn't go well, you may end up being Alan
Oh, it's
at the
going to
DMV.
go well. You watch those social numbers. Watch our YouTube.
I'm looking forward to that.
Let me cook, Whitey.
We'll have to see if we can't find the actual wheel.
There he is. Dang it. Come
Oh,
on.
Hurts,
We needed
yeah.
you there.
I just real quick want to say something of the utmost seriousness, and I hope Jay doesn't mind me saying. Jay's going through some things, as we all go through, unfortunately, at times, and he's not going to be with us for a few days here. And I just want Jay to know that we all are feeling for him and his family. And Jay, we love you and we wish all you the best, and our hearts go out to you and your family.
Respect and love. Always got nothing but love, man. These are family members who listen to us. You know, you got nothing but love for me, Stretch, man, and utmost respect. And I appreciate it. Yeah, it's probably probably a couple of weeks here as I got to take care of some stuff here with the family. Unfortunate passing of someone very dear.
Very,
and so,
very sorry.
We're going to try to take the necessary steps, and I appreciate everything.
Yeah. You take as long as you need, obviously, and you let us know if there's anything we can do. And remember, our hearts are with you and your family. Becky Hammond doubles down on if your best player is small, you can't win at all. Next on Sactown Sports.
Have the Sacramento Kings quietly begun modeling their roster after an Eastern Conference contender?
We making something nice here with the Sacramento Knicks. That's what is going down, guys. The 916 Knicks. The 916 Knicks. Jay, we got to create a sound for that bad boy. The 916 Knicks.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-881-8686. That's 800-881-8686. 800-881-8686.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music 5s anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
It's time to celebrate everyone's favorite mascot. Join the Sacramento River Cats for Dinger's birthday on Sunday, June 7th at Sutter Health Park. Help us celebrate with baseball, smiles, and tons of family fun. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
You ever notice how the other guys scream about massive discounts on their Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep Ram vehicles? Then you get to the fine print and boom, another $5,200 in mandatory ads. At Hoblet, we don't insult your intelligence. The price you see is the price you pay. No mystery add-ons, no bait and switch, no gotcha when you sit down to buy. Hoblet, family owned for 77 years. Transparency, straightforward pricing. Buy it right, buy it at Hoblet.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now it's the final days of our Everything's on Sale event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses. Our Memorial Day event ends Monday. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Alan's wheel of theoretical deals is already a hit, and we're not even sure we have the actual wheel. We think we do, but it's gaining traction. Alan's gaining momentum.
Yeah, everybody wants it, and I knew you'd see it my way eventually. This is the off-season. And what has to happen during the off-season. It's a beautiful thing, Mike.
It's actually a way to be a controlled environment, but great job, Stretch.
Thank you. What do you mean? So I can only do it when it's wheel time?
Well, it kind of forms you into doing it more than,
Yeah, rein some of that in.
Rein
some
that
of that
in.
nonsense in.
I think we're just getting started.
What did you think of your colleague and mine, Carmichael Dave, yesterday and today? First, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Dave says, boy, I don't know what's going on here. Everyone says A-Cuff, but the Kings could pick Flemings, and he tweeted everything that I hear the Kings are interested in Flemings and Wagler and Burries and whoever else. Then today, he comes back and says, yeah, it looks like the Kings are taking A-Cuff.
Yeah, so yesterday, because I saw it happening in real time on social media, it was a bit. And then
I heard him when he was doing it.
I was dropping off.
I listen every day.
Right. I was dropping off my daughter, and I heard him say, it's getting picked up. Hopefully it gets aggregated. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Right.
So then today, when I saw it on social media, I didn't know. I figured, okay, well, if they're cutting it, I think it's serious. And then I listened to it.
Yeah, you texted me that, in fact.
Yeah, and then I listened to it, and he says, no, I think he even said, but seriously, or something to that effect. It seems like the Kings are targeting Darius A-Cuff. Okay, but then he says all these kind of jokey, sarcastic terms from what I'm hearing and sources familiar with the situation. So I really don't know what to believe, and I'm starting to get a little tired of it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I got to pull a you and just text him and say, well, what's the deal here? Because he said that it seems like they are targeting Darius A-Cuff. And then he also said, one of these names that you think is essentially going to go pretty high, top 4 or whatever, is going to be available for the Kings or could be available for the Kings. So I just don't know, Whitey. And it's kind of giving me a headache. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I could text him, but it's more fun this way.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
Right? From the first clip, it seemed like he was serious. The idea of, a player that people don't think is going to be available.
I'm being told there are rumblings that a bigger name may be expected to drop. At that point, to me, that's like, I'm out on that.
That's what.
There's so
the
many
first
qualifiers
thing,
on that.
But the Darius Acuff thing, which we've heard time and time again, that felt pretty serious. They are I think he used the word targeting.
Well, yeah, especially because yesterday he was trying, I thought, to make it clear that we don't know if they're targeting anybody. They're targeting everybody.
It could all be part of a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when he said the whole thing about the Darius Acuff thing, and he quote tweeted Matt. And he said we had it in February. I just don't know.
Yeah,
and I don't have the energy.
Here's my conspiracy theory that is absolutely not grounded in reality at all. So Dave yesterday says, everyone says that the Kings are targeting Acuff. Well, they're targeting everybody. We don't know who they're targeting. The Kings, remember, want it known that they're targeting Acuff. So he gets word. You can't say that. You got to let everyone know we're targeting Acuff. So he comes back today and says, they're targeting Acuff. It's just something weird's going on. Something weird's going on. Yeah. It's like, no. We're targeting Acuff. That's the company line.
Right. Hey, we didn't like your joke.
Yeah.
Now go back and fix it.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We don't know if any of this happened.
Of course not.
We have no clue.
Did. I would bet that none of it did.
Now the drop down situation, the only reason I thought that was somewhat interesting was because of what Jake Fisher has been saying about, multiple people, but what Jake Fisher has been saying about the Clippers shopping 5 and the idea that the Thunder want to move up to get Cam Boozer. Because initially, moving up to 5, in our estimation, would not get you Cam Boozer unless Dave was being serious and that name could be Cam Boozer. It could. I don't see the Thunder going after Caleb Wilson. He seems a little bit too raw for what the Thunder got going on.
Here's a name for you, Becky Hammon. December 2023, Becky Hammon said on ESPN that the Knicks couldn't win the championship if the 6'2" Jalen Brunson was their best player. She said, if your best player is small, you're not winning. And so now that the Knicks are going to the finals, the NBA finals, after winning the Eastern Conference Finals, people are bringing that up again. And Becky Hammon said, Tuesday, I speak from experience. Allen Iverson got MVP, lost in the finals. I think the two best teams are probably in the West, but up for being proven wrong. Remember, she's done a lot with the Spurs. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing. I think Jalen Brunson is a hell of a player. I'm speaking historically on the NBA with what I said. I don't know why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago. I said what I said. If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong, end quote. She obviously knows a ton about basketball. What I would say to that is, wait a minute, it has been done. Doesn't happen a lot, but Steph Curry did it. And if you remember a little further back, Isaiah Thomas, the first Isaiah Thomas, did it too. So it has been done.
No, it's definitely been done. But I think the names that are being thrown out, because I see here, Whitey, you got, Tony Parker with 4.
Yeah, but he wasn't their best player.
Right. And so I just want to be clear.
Okay.
What that list is as far as you're concerned, because somebody has Drew Holiday, Kenny Smith, Kyrie Irving, Rajon Rondo, and in my
somebody
opinion,
missed the point there.
Right, my opinion, it's like you said, Steph, Isaiah Thomas. Who are we missing?
Yeah, I don't know. But again, it's a good question. What she said was, if your best player is small, you're not winning.
Right.
She's not saying if you're small, your team won't win. She did not say that.
Yes, but you're bringing up it has happened.
Yeah.
But to Becky's point, not very often. And one of the players is probably a top 5 player ever in Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. If I'm Becky, I would have done the same thing. Let me be clear. If I'm Becky, I'm banking on the Thunder to beat the Knicks, and they're going to be heavily favored. Now, obviously, we got to see if the Thunder even beat the Spurs. But if I'm Becky, I'm not Michael Jackson moonwalking yet.
No.
If he wins it, he wins it. But,
right.
And she probably is to the point where they better be careful, because she's probably just going to say, don't ask me about this anymore. That sounds like, her response sounds like, all right, this is the last time I'm going to talk about this. Right? We got to move on now.
But I agree with you. If the Knicks don't win, and there's a really good chance they don't win, then she can go, I told you.
Right. I told you.
Yeah.
And we watched it with Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
We've seen these players get to the mountain, but not necessarily get to the mountaintop.
I think she could, if she cared to. Obviously, she didn't care. At this point, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
If she cared to, if she was still, doing media every day, she might have to say, okay, there have been some that have done it. I didn't mean to disrespect staff, Isaiah Thomas, whoever. But it's really hard to do is her overall point.
Right.
Yeah.
This is semantics now.
Yeah.
We know what there's always outliers.
But you can't disrespect the Knicks right now. They're America's team.
Yeah, they're somebody's team.
Mm-hmm.
They're New York's team playing one-on-one in the street. I mean,
I hear teams are even building their rosters, patterning their rosters after the Knicks.
I hear there's a team in the 916 that might be doing just that.
I heard something about that too.
The 9-1 Knicks.
Uh-huh.
It's right there. It's right there. And Acuff is going to have to be your guy if that's the case. I mean, Michael Brown Jr., he gave a list of players that he models his game after. Dame was on there. Steph Curry was on there. A couple players were on there. And he does seem like Michael Brown is interesting, Whitey, because he has superstar potential, I think, but he doesn't have that much wiggle, right? He kind of just, he kind of gets to his spots and he shoots threes. So I don't know. And I know we weren't talking great about this guy in the first segment, but he does have some Donovan Mitchell to him, and not in a bad way, but, I don't know. I would be worried that he's very three-point oriented, and I know Steph Curry and Dame were too, but they had another gear that they could get to. Steph was an incredible finisher. He doesn't get enough credit for that. And Dame, back in the day, he could get up a little bit.
Well, Steph's smart. Like all the best players are, and he realizes everyone's overcrowding me. They're running me off the three-point line, so I'm just going to run right by him and lay it in.
Yeah, so as much as we're talking about Darius Acuff with this 9-1 Knicks thing, I'm trying to see it with other point guards or guards in this draft, and it's a bit tough, but I think maybe it's because I'm just thinking about Jalen Brunson too much.
Yeah. Well, here is my complaint with Dave, and I've listened to him every day.
Oh, now I'm locked in.
My complaint is yesterday he made a point that I thought was interesting, which was everyone's saying the Kings are all in on Acuff. Do we really know that? Maybe they're in on everybody. And then today I felt like he said, well, they probably will pick Acuff. And I felt like, well, what? But yesterday you said they might not. So that was my disappointment.
And we still don't. He sounded serious today.
He did.
I almost text one of the digital boys, one of the editors, to say, hey, was he serious? Mm-hmm. Right? Because even though I sat there and listened to it, he was serious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Targeting.
It is weird that they're coming out and letting anybody who cares at all know that we are targeting that guy at 7. Apparently. Although, again, they can say, we didn't say anything.
But this is what we've talked about before. And actually, Jay and I have gone back and forth on this. And it's the idea of, is this happening everywhere, or is this a Sacramento Kings thing? When you're seeing it nationally, I'm not talking about the Daves. I'm saying when you're seeing it nationally, hey, this is, the Kings are looking at this player, and the only thing I've heard is the Clippers and maybe Keaton Wagler. We ain't heard nothing about the Nets. Not a peep. And that's New York. Mm-hmm. Nothing about the Nets. So I don't know. Why is that the case? Maybe there's a reason. I really hope there is.
Mm-hmm. When we come back, can the A's avoid another May meltdown? We'll look at it next. Drive, guys. Don't go away.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
It's Big O Tire's anniversary sales event. Now through June 14th, buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Plus, you'll also get our industry-leading ProTech Plus warranty for free. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See Big O dealer for pricing.
Mark your calendars because MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is landing at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Witness nearly 100 of the world's best athletes compete in skate, BMX, and Moto X events and catch live music performances by global electronic music icon Cascade on Friday night and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard and electronic music producer and DJ Subtronics on Saturday night. Don't miss MoonPay X Games. Lock in your tickets now at xgames.com.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
We have a final from Sutter Health Park. The Mariners have completed a sweep of the Athletics 9-1. So the Seattle Mariners, I believe, Alan, that's going to slide them into first place in the American League West.
The A's got smacked, didn't they?
Yeah, they got shoved around pretty good.
9-2, 4-1, then 9-1. That offense is stuck in neutral, huh? That is terrible. And no big dumpy, and they still put it on you like that? That's bad. I saw something and look, he's one of my favorite players on the A's. Outside of he's actually my favorite player on the A's, Lawrence Butler. Nick Kurtz is because it's Nick Kurtz.
You're just making it worse.
No.
I want to wear a Nick Kurtz shirt because he's my second favorite player on the team, but I don't like the team.
No, it's a little different. But anyway, I don't even know if it's true or not. So Lawrence Butler hasn't hit a ball out of the infield since like May 18th or something like that. He's struggling, man.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Well, here's the thing that concerns me. The A's now have lost. They lost today, so I think that's 5 of 6. They got the Yankees coming in, then they got the Cubs. And I don't mean to be all gloomy and doomy, but last year on May 13th, the A's were 22-20. And then on June 4th of last year, they were 23-40. So they lost 21-22. That was in May. And I'm hoping that we're not seeing a repeat of that right now. Anything resembling that. Because that streak, obviously, that ended their season. You're out of it now.
Do you think that could be, baseball players are very superstitious. Do you think, I don't for the record, but do you think it could be a clubhouse thing?
No.
Oh, the Ides of May are upon us.
I think it's a matter of their pitch in depth and shortstop being out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but look, I know Jacob Wilson is a stud, but this was supposed to be a roster and a lineup that could survive Jacob Wilson being out.
Yeah.
For a decent amount of time.
The other thing is not to, keep beating the same drum. They're now, I believe, 10-15 at home. They don't play well at this place.
No.
As intimate as it is and as great as it is, we have Major League Baseball here. The A's don't play well at home.
Do you think when people get to sit front row or very close, I was telling you how my seats are pretty solid, but do you think it feels the same?
Man, that was
fans?
a long ways around on that flex, wasn't it?
No.
Wow.
No, my seats are not anywhere near, home plate or anything like that.
Oh.
But do you think when fans are sitting that close, does it feel the same as if you were sitting? Because the idea of it being intimate, does the intimacy matter if it's not in a big league ballpark, right? Oh, you get to see players close up.
You mean to the fans or to the players?
Both, but mostly to the fans.
My guess would be from the player standpoint, it's just you just don't have that deck out there, third deck.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not in it's not a major league facility.
Yeah.
And I think that wears on them over time.
I think so too. They're probably ready to play in a big league ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really blame them.
And also, they still have kind of a patchwork staff. They're still in the process. Gage Jump pitching last night.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't pitch terribly for his first start. Didn't pitch terribly.
Not a no-hitter.
Yeah.
So I was worried.
They're still patching that together. I think it's more that than anything.
Yeah. Did you like the Jeff McNeil ad? Because it did feel, I know we say this all the time about the Kings, but it did feel as if those timelines.
Yeah, not especially. I understood it, but he had a pretty bad error today, but ultimately it didn't matter because they lost 9-1. He had an error in the first inning that led to a 3-run homer, but they only scored 1 and they give up 9, so it didn't really matter.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. I think it does matter.
Well, maybe it does.
I think
I'm just trying not to be like, he cost him the game.
I do think stuff like that matters.
It doesn't help. You're right.
I think Willie, Mr. Gatorade Man, had an error a couple days ago, and
it has a snowball effect.
It has a snowball effect.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So look, I'll be out there. I'll have on, so you guys said I'll have on my Nick Kurtz shirt, my Lawrence Butler jersey with a Giants hat. How about that?
Giants are losing today.
How about that? And it was just tie. I think they were winning at first.
They were up 2-0. Now they're down 3-2.
Well, once the Giants get to 2, they think they can just roll the ball out for the rest of the game, and the other team's going to give up.
I watched a little bit last night, and it looked like that place was kind of empty last night.
A lot of seagulls.
Yeah.
Lot of garlic fries being consumed off the floor by seagulls.
No surprise, but it looks like maybe the fans are finding other things to occupy them.
But why do
Or maybe they're just staying home to watch.
Yeah, but this is that whole, the consecutive sellout things. This happened last season. Every year,
yeah.
People, the Giants, they always pack it out. They do until they don't. And these last couple seasons, now 2021, it was rocking, but they won 107 games. When they're sitting there, because I think Giants fans are just used to, we talked about the wheel, right? The Giants fans are just used to this cycle. The Giants are either going to start out hot and then fall off a cliff, or fall off a cliff and then get hot once they're out of contention. Those are the two options when you go into Giants seasons. This season, fall off a cliff early, and I guarantee you the Giants will be the best team in baseball from the midpoint of July to the end of the season, and it'll be far too late.
Tomorrow we have the announcement on Major League Baseball expansion efforts from Sacramento. We're probably going to get a name on not the team, but the whole effort, and we'll have more details. What is the one thing you would most like to hear? Whether you think we'll hear it or not, what's the one thing you would most like to hear?
Well, you know the one thing I want to hear.
You want to hear him called the Sand, whatever?
The name.
Yeah, we're
The
probably
name.
not going to, I don't think we're going
Right.
to get that, but okay, fair enough.
But number two, I'm going to be a big boy and not say the mocks of it and the, the digital kind of layouts, and I'm just going to say the funding. What's the adult version of me is going to say, what's the funding look like? Who's behind this? Who's going to take us to the promised land?
Your buddy Bob Nightingale, he's been on your show, hasn't he?
Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
USA
Bob was
Today.
on here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He just said cities like Sacramento may be wasting their time.
Oh.
He said Nashville and Salt Lake City are heavy favorites.
Heavy?
I think he said that Monday or yesterday.
We know about Nashville being heavy. We don't even know who the other East Coast cities are.
Right.
Salt Lake, but that's how it started, Whitey. And that's why I've been, I've been very, not hands off, but I'm just a listener here. The little birdies that you're chirping with and whoever Dave's chirping with. I'm not in the birdie conversation. I'm just listening because I don't want to get into all this and, have fans kind of get their hearts broken. And that's always part of it. And, it's been a good run, but I do feel like in Sacramento, the vibe has been changing. And Bob, that might just be what Bob's hearing. It doesn't mean it's still so early, but it does feel like there was a pretty strong flip of the switch, and with, the Kyle Mediocres of the world and guys like that, just felt like within these last couple of weeks, it just like switched to, no, Sacramento's got a really good chance. And I've just, very rare for me, but I've just tried to say even keel on the whole thing.
I do want to see a mock-up of the stadium.
See?
I think we know where the plan is for it to go.
Yeah.
Very close to where the current Sutter Health Park is. And I've seen some mock-ups already that some people have done, but I'm really looking forward to something official.
We know it's going to be modern. They always look like a spaceship.
Yeah.
All the mock-ups look like that.
Right there on the water.
Yeah. Why does every mock-up look like Allegiant Stadium? Every single one. It's always sleek.
Yeah.
Slightly gray, silver. Every mock-up ever.
Mm-hmm.
Every one. Even.
Can we agree the one in Las Vegas is the worst ever? The A's Stadium in Vegas.
Yeah, that was funny
it's
at that time.
It's out of scale.
Yeah.
And
the Sac State one, that looked real new age. All of them, they always do.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to see, I want ours right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're right. There has to be the funding plan, at least has to make some sense. This is how we're funding it. This is when we would build it.
Mm-hmm.
The advantage that, I don't know if Portland has an advantage. They have a funding proposal, as we've discussed, but it's based on visiting players that would come in and pay for it, which is great in this sense. The people of Oregon and Portland, it's like, you don't have to pay for it. Okay, great. But since it's theoretical, the people that will pay for it don't know they're paying for it yet, the visiting players. And when they find out you're paying for this, we're going to tax you, they might say, no, we're not.
Well, and that's where the question is, where does the Players Association come in to say, we're not going to Portland. That's ridiculous.
Right. So that's a factor. As far as Salt Lake City, they just have everything. It's just a matter of baseball looking at it, I think, and saying, do we want to be there? Are we better served being there or somewhere else? Because otherwise, Salt Lake City is like, yes, it's almost like
turnkey.
Yeah, turnkey ready.
Yeah.
We'll have it ready for you.
And honestly, with some of the nature and landscapes out there, it probably is going to look really cool. It probably is. I'm just tell everybody right now. That's not to say Sacramento's
they don't have
won't.
water. They might. I don't know.
They'll get water.
Yeah.
They'll get water. The salt worms.
Just got to make sure Alan doesn't get near anybody who has anything to do with naming.
Oh,
the team
tomorrow is going to be a big day for me,
Hey,
guys.
Mr. Mayor, Alan Stiles.
I'm going to wear a suit.
Are you?
I might.
Wemby let his team down twice last night. We'll look at both instances coming up. Sactown Sports.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140. The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo Center from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I'm talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's going on for the Memorial Day sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. And with over 500 new Rams available, you won't find a better selection of new Rams in California.
Oh, is that it?
Not even close. Not only can you save up to $14,000 off MSRP and get 5.9% APR financing for 84 months, you also get no payments for 90 days on select inventory. That's thousands in combined savings on California's best priced heavy-duty trucks.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $1,500 factory incentive and $10,500 dealer discount. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, $1,000 business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, and $1,000 trade-in assistance on eligible vehicles. 5.9% APR for 84 months equals $14.59 per thousand borrowed. No payment for 90 days on approved credit. Interest accrues from data purchase. Must finance through SFS for qualified buyers. 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Buying golf gear is easy. Buying the right golf gear, well, that's different. At Hagen Oaks, they don't just sell equipment, they fit your entire game. With TrackMan technology in the Player Performance Studio, your clubs are matched to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball that performs best for you. Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio dials in your stroke, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds correct shoe size for your feet. It's a smarter way to play better golf. Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
What do we have here, Alan? Thank you, Jay. Jay just went and retrieved this for us, so obviously we'll have to do some work on it, but there's the wheel.
Oh, yeah. In all its glory.
Uh-huh.
Coming together, fellas.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's count. 3. So about 13 spots, I think I count.
Yeah, we may have to divide some of these further.
No, I
divide them
think
up
this
more.
is fine to start.
Oh, we just rotate them.
Yeah, we just swap them out.
Uh-huh.
He does about 3 a day anyway on average, so I figure if we, cut it down at least 2, we're winning.
There you go.
Wow, 2 built-in segments.
Yeah, you got
day.
it. Alan's Wheel of Theoretical Deals.
Yeah, today.
Coming soon.
Today would have been Donovan. Today would have been Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful stuff. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, so you got to figure out which names you want to put on there. All right, does he get to put the names, or I think you could put some.
Do.
We'll put the names.
You get
on
some names.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get to spin a real wheel like this?
I don't know.
A prize or anything like that?
I'm sure I have. I must not have won anything good because I don't really recall.
It is almost fair season, fellas. And by the way, got caught up because of Bottle Rock, and we hadn't gone in a couple years. But, the county fair, they just sneak it in there Memorial Day weekend, the Sacramento County Fair. You never hear really anything about it.
It's kind of a throwaway.
Right? Typically, we go to that because it's a little bit, it's smaller, it's not as hot, right? So we'll take the little ones now, but didn't get to go this season, so I guess we'll have to go to the state fair twice. And
what
I don't
choice
know.
do you have?
What choice do you have? How many people out there went to the county? I think the county fair deserves more love. I think it deserves more love. It's not that it's being hidden, but it is in a way, Whitey, because people travel for Memorial Day weekend.
Well, rumor has it, and this isn't actually rumor, I'm totally making this up off the top of my head. I mean, the big, state fair industry is paying off the little county fair.
Yeah.
Like, stay out of our way. Here's a little something for you.
Like, county fairs are a big deal in most places because it's really the only fair that you have in the area. But because in Sacramento you have the state fair,
right?
The county fair gets little broed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Just like the Ciders and the Cats and all these underdogs, the county fair, the Sacramento County Fair is an underdog, and I'm tired of it being disrespected.
Just be careful where you tread, because if you get the attention of the big state fair industry,
but I love the state fair.
I
love the state fair. I love both.
Out.
I love both.
You'll have somebody in a trench coat come to your front door or meet you probably in the parking lot.
The black SUVs.
You think you like the county fair? You don't like the county fair so much.
Why don't I show you the county fair in here? I like both. The state fair gets all the love. It's here for a good long time. But yeah, shout out to the county fair, man. Didn't get to go this year, but it just kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah. Here's a couple comments here before we get back to the NBA. Amadrock says, I'd like to hear that there is a local team and that there won't be a lockout. It's good to have goals. Brick Ripsaw says, there will be no 2027 baseball season. Kimberly says, just drove by Sutter Health Park on my way to meet my next client. And Don Outdoors, y'all need to stop. Sac has zero chance of getting an MLB team in the next 20 years.
Come on, Don Outdoors. You plugged in, Don. Who's your source?
He's outdoors.
Yeah, I know you're outdoors. Who's your source, Don?
Mm-hmm.
Give us a breather here. Vitey, somebody on the text line, going back to yesterday. Give the county fair from the 916. Give the county fair a championship ring. Thank you, 916.
Oh, I dare not even tell Jay about that.
Oh, please do. Before the show's over, you got to tell him. He might make me leave.
Jay, yesterday Alan suggested that if the Knicks win a championship, they should give DiVincenzo a ring because he used to be on the team and he knows all the guys from Villanova.
So just give him a Wildcat ring.
Just give him a ring. And somebody texted in and said, this is one of those moments where I listen to the show for these moments where I can scream at Alan and go, what are we talking about?
Hey, Alan, what roster did Dante DiVincenzo start the season on?
I believe it was the Timberwolves.
What roster did he end his career, his season? Unfortunately, to a injury this season.
The Timberwolves.
Yeah. Was he traded at all this season, Whitey?
He was not.
This
Jay.
specific season, no.
Let's try to think about
this season.
This season, no. But you
the
reminded
season
me,
in which
and
theoretically the Knicks would win.
And the Achilles, yeah, you got to get him one. It's called
Get him what?
It's a building block ring.
No. It'd be different if you were talking about Ewing, Oakley, Spreewell. Even Shump was in the front row last week.
Jay, it was the craziest thing because yesterday, and it didn't really affect me, but I did take some, like cold medicine. And sometimes I was fine. But you had Allen saying that. You had Ramsey saying, I'd trade for Paul George. I mean, there were crazy things.
I apologize,
going
man.
on in here.
That's my fault, Whitey.
I'm
leaving you alone, brother.
Yeah.
You sure you didn't take none of that?
Some of the things that were being said.
Nighttime or daytime?
Yeah, maybe I got them mixed up.
What?
Look, man.
What are we talking about on the show?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
The Paul George thing, that's crazy. But, the building block ring, I do think there's something there.
Yeah. What did Ramsey say? Well, at least we know Paul George wants to play.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Does he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know we got a lot of podcast studios out here, so PG would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't doing that no more, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd find time out here, Jay.
Campy says there will be no lockout. Too much money on the line. I hope he's right.
A lot of people don't think the lockout is going to affect the season, and that's the best news that I've heard. Now, we don't know. Dave also thinks that the A's are done playing here after this season.
We've probably talked about him enough today.
Yeah, I'm just
Nothing
saying.
against him, but
yeah. You started it.
I may have, but I'm finishing it.
Okay. Shutting it down.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess, ban words, the D word. Kaminga.
I can talk to you about girth.
Kaminga.
Nothing banned. It's not banned or anything.
For the rest of the day.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
It's better that way.
I thought Wemby let his team down last night twice. Once during the game when he didn't play well, it happens. And then after the game when he didn't want to talk to the media because he's mad.
Yeah, the media thing, I understand. We have to be upset about it, but I'm not really that upset about it.
I'm not upset. I'm just a little disappointed, and I think he's kind of hurting himself and his team. I'm not like ranting and raving. What do you need to do? I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, so basically he stunk. He set out a hit on Jared McCain, and then he didn't do any media availability.
I think it was Kevin O'Connor said, that did look suspicious.
I mean, it did.
Well, it did, yeah. When Biombo and Plumlee went in, he told him, hey, touch him, or something like that.
Yeah. Hey, send a message before we get out of here.
It's not freaking Sunday school.
Yeah. But should that...
I don't think he said, hey, Plumlee, stick your elbow right in McCain's spine.
Yeah.
I doubt that he did that.
He said, send a message before we leave.
What?
That's supposed to be a French accent?
Yeah. Send a message before we leave.
Sure, that's what he said. Yeah. That's it.
I've heard better French accents reading a book.
That was suspicious.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Hey, send a message.
To me, it's unfortunate that Wemby let his frustration get the better of him. And in that sense, I thought we saw San Antonio's inexperience shining through a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe showing, I should say, not shining through.
Even Mitch Johnson, in a way. I mean, he's still fairly new to this. I'm giving Wemby a young player mulligan. I'm giving him a mulligan for this one.
Oh, sure. I am, too. It's like, you didn't help yourself. You didn't help your team, in my opinion.
But he's done...
Now you go home and do something about it.
Yeah.
We're good.
He's done so much the right way.
Yeah.
I think that he's earned a bad day. A bad day at the office, on the court, off the court. I'm more so of the mindset, Whitey, to your point about it rattling them. I'm not even going to say that until I see what happens in Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll confirm, then I could confirm, yeah, Whitey, I think you were right. I mean, it started with this. I'm going to have to do hindsight because if they come out and beat the brakes off the Thunder, I'm going to say, whatever his process is, I mean, it seems to be working.
What was he? Was he 4 for 15?
No, that was De'Aaron.
Okay. What was Wemby?
Yeah, Wemby.
Oh, I have it right here. Wemby was, he was 4 for 15. They were both 4 for 15. Oh. Matchies.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it would have been nice for De'Aaron to pick him up in that moment, huh?
Allen is not going to take a victory lap.
No, I'm just saying it would have been nice. I think we can all admit that.
Look, here's the thing. All right, you pushed me into this, and now people are going to go, why are you guys always talking about De'Aaron Fox? We saw it again last night. De'Aaron Fox is a very good player. De'Aaron Fox, his inconsistency game to game and the fact that he's not a very good shooter are going to keep him from ever being as good as the Kings needed him to be.
That's it.
He's a really good player.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be nights. I think the other thing, too, I don't have the numbers in front of me, Whitey, but I wouldn't be surprised if De'Aaron balls out next game. Does kind of feel like he's not a role player. I'm not calling him that. But it does feel like he's one of those guys that he likes to get some home cooking, and he's going to play better at home than on the road, which, again, it's cool, but when you're a max player, more is going to be expected of you. So I would 1,000% bet on De'Aaron going off at home. I don't know that they'll win, but I guarantee you De'Aaron will have a really big game against the Thunder at home and maybe force a Game 7.
I'm going to ask you a question that we really don't have to deal with yet, and maybe we'll revisit it depending on how the next couple of games go. But if the Spurs get knocked out, what do they do this offseason? Do they say, we're young, we run it back? Or do they do what the Rockets try to do, which is, we still need a guy, and try to go out and get somebody?
I'm going to throw it back at you.
And I know that we're not there yet. I understand that.
We could be a couple days away, pretty much. But I'm going to throw it back at you and ask the question completely objectively. No bit, no victory lap.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants De'Aaron Fox? Or who's a Donovan Mitchell away? Who's a $60 million a year De'Aaron Fox away?
I don't know that, and not to dodge your question, but I know that a year ago or so, Mr. Jerry Reynolds suggested that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point the Spurs end up putting together a package that includes De'Aaron Fox instead of get to San Antonio. Excuse me, sending it to Milwaukee.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I apologize. Sending it to Milwaukee for Giannis.
Really?
That's what he said, yeah. Sorry for the misstep.
Well, you got to pay, not to get too far into it, but you got to pay somebody, probably send them a Carter Bryant and, whatever other.
Sounds like the offers for Giannis are going to be really strong if the reports out of Miami are true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know that would get it done.
That's not getting it done.
But I don't know that anybody right now in the NBA is going to go, what do we need? Oh, we're a De'Aaron Fox away. And that's no knock on him.
You know who's an interesting team? And I think this team could also be used for Donovan Mitchell. And the funny thing is, Donovan Mitchell makes less than De'Aaron Fox. But you know who's a team? The Detroit Pistons. I look at there are people out there that have said that Cade could be off the ball more, right? That's a conversation we can have, a conversation we cannot have.
I wonder what Cade says about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you got, and maybe this is more so leaving the De'Aaron Fox world and entering the Donovan Mitchell world, if you ran out Cade, Donovan Mitchell, who now gets to be a 2, and, however that money would work, it is what it is. They can figure it out. You probably need to move off of Asar Thompson at that point. But that's an Eastern Conference team that I think you're more so afraid of, because that would be the first time we would see Donovan Mitchell kind of doing the De'Aaron Fox thing where, hey, I don't have to be the number one option anymore.
Things are happening here in the comments. Campio says, attention, Fox doesn't play for the Kings. Then he also says, of course they would run it back. Howie R. Bear says, Raptors are your answer for being a Fox away, to which Logical Raptors Fanatic says, nah.
No. I mean, I get it. He played really well this season. He just couldn't play in the playoffs, but
I think the smart thing for them, if they do get knocked out, looks like they will, but we'll see, would be, we'll tweak here or there, but for the most part, we're very young. Let's count on our experience to improve us next year.
And the other piece of it is like I said, I don't know who's signing up to pay De'Aaron $60 million without you giving up a little bit of capital, which they probably don't want to do. But you could at least see how the beginning of next season goes.
Amadrock says, Cavs could have used Fox. He plays better defense than a traffic cone.
Cavs and Donovan Mitchell.
That's a shot at Jimmy Harden.
Oh, no, I know that.
That's a shot at Jimmy Harden.
Oh, I get that, but I'm saying Donovan Mitchell and De'Aaron, do two Bs make an A?
Why do you not like De'Aaron Fox?
It's not that I don't like De'Aaron Fox.
But, I mean, he's the type of guy that you typically love because he's kind of like Alan Stiles a little bit.
How do you see that?
Smaller. Little,
Southpaw?
Look, I got love for De'Aaron.
Do you?
He's not on the Kings.
Okay.
That's right.
You're right.
And things, he had some things to say. So put your money where your mouth is, big boy, and don't go 4 for 15 and 0 for 4 from 3 when it matters because your superstar's having a nice night, a rough night.
You know, Sam Presti gets a ton of credit for many of the great deals he's made, as he should. He does not get the credit he should get for the great deal in which they sent off Josh Giddey and got Alex Caruso. What a great freaking trade that was.
It was. It was
kind of out of necessity.
Yeah.
I think Presti gets too much pats on the back where Giddey was outplayed his money. And so the fact of the matter was that they weren't going to pay him what he was going to get paid.
But
so you have to find, they cultivated it. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Caruso has transformed them. And
Yeah, but Caruso was on his way out of Chicago too because they said he cost too much.
Mm-hmm.
So they just made it. They Presti or whoever, I don't know the general manager of the Bulls at the time because I think they've already switched.
Carnosaurus. That's not his name, but that's what I call him. Carnosaurus. Arturas Carnosaurus.
Was that the one from? But didn't they just change last year?
I
they just switch presidents?
It was Carnosaurus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's been there 3 years now.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm just the Giddey thing is interesting.
I'm not a big Caruso fan, but he's phenomenal.
No, he is. But again, it's about fit because I think on paper, the Bulls in theory won that trade. You got a 6'6". What? It was just
player
Caruso.
for player? Yeah.
For where the Bulls were at, getting a 22-year-old 6'6" point guard kind of
I just don't think he's that good. It looks like, wow, you've got a point guard of the future. Yeah, but your team still stinks.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's more about the Spurs. It's more about the Bulls. I think that it was a pretty equal trade based on what they needed, but it looks better for the Thunder because the Bulls. We'll see once the Bulls add this top 4.
You are just like Kyle Draper because Kyle Draper and Jay used to tell me how good Josh Giddey was.
No, I'm just saying they're building something.
And I used to love Josh Giddey.
Right, the Thunder made the right move for them at that time, but
As
I don't
did
know.
the Bulls.
As did the Bulls. I agree. But I'm looking here. I think the chat might be cooking a little bit.
Really? What's up?
They're talking about just make it short and sweet. I know you wouldn't do this, Whitey, but maybe you would. It's Howie and somebody else hopping in here saying, why don't you just swap De'Aaron for Kevin Durant? I mean, the Spurs don't really lose anything, right? They already got 2 other guards.
But what are the Rockets maintaining?
They get their point guard to pair with. Now,
But you're losing the man. Now you're losing the guy. And depends on what you do with Fred VanVleet, who you owe a whole bunch of money to.
Yeah, actually less than you were. They actually reworked it, but they still owe a lot of money.
I can see both sides at least considering that, but I'm with Jay. I think if I'm the Rockets, it's like, well, you got to give me a little
Well, especially not after this showing from De'Aaron.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen.
I'll give you a couple teams that popped up right away.
Okay.
And I think that fit the bill, fit where they're at as far as timeline and his age, and the fact that I think De'Aaron has already said that I'm not the A.
Do you agree that the Lakers are a Killian Hayes away, by the way? Sorry, go ahead, Jay.
I got Boston. I think Boston plays a role in the form of, I don't know what they're going to do with Tatum and Brown. I think one of those guys are getting ready to leave. It sounds like it's Brown, right? Everything we've been told is Brown. But I think you need someone to replace the fact of what's going to happen with the B-star there. Second one is interesting and actually I have 3. Minnesota. Minnesota's looking for something or someone. They're right there at the precipice. We all know Anna's the closer, but we've also seen just even this past year him getting hurt. They need a little more offensive firepower. I think defensively they're locked and loaded. I think if we're talking about championship contenders, defensively they look the part. Offensively, I think they still have the question. De'Aaron would help them a lot. The other one, I don't think he would be happy. I would, as a De'Aaron detractor, I guess at this point, I would love to see it because you go to a bad organization, which you so-called left. Utah. I think Utah is in search of, depending on what they do now, you add Ace Bailey. Who knows what they're going to do with marketing? I mean, this dude is the most coveted free agent, non-free agent signee that, like, via Kevin Love. Like, is this dude really that good? But I'd be super interesting to see what they do when it comes to with Utah, because they have to start to press the button. Like, Danny Ainge has got to get off the pot at some point in time, and I think he is the perfect person, De'Aaron, for them to make it make sense. They don't really have no point guard at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question.
Yeah.
And those are all great shouts, Jay. I want to focus on the Timberwolves because I think that was the most straightforward one. Again, I got to caveat this and always have a disclaimer. I'm not doing a bit. I'm not. The Timberwolves, they add De'Aaron Fox, and somehow I think they'd have to move on from Julius Randle, but it's the Timberwolves.
I think they want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves, Naz Reid, the crew, you add De'Aaron. Are they even good enough? Like, I'm to the point now where I don't know, Jay, if De'Aaron is even in the West. I think you get to the East, we have some conversations.
Yeah.
But in the West, I don't even know if De'Aaron, and you said this, Whitey, initially, when it's all said and done, is De'Aaron a Robin? I think it depends on how good is your Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Or your Ant-Man in this case.
Or your Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And if Wemby takes another step forward next season, we'll see. They also will have Dylan. I think if I'm just to swap it for a second, I don't want to go anywhere if I'm De'Aaron. I don't.
No.
Agreed, yeah.
I definitely don't, because I don't know. He just spent the season kind of being a 2A, 2B situation.
And I don't think they would. I think they'd pretty much run it back.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my guess.
You got to at least.
And I don't think there'd be a ton of demand for De'Aaron right now unless he has a monster, game or games going forward.
That's what I'm saying. I think you got to fry at least a year off that contract for anybody to be interested.
Well, I think, Whitey, I'm in agreement with you in the form of this. The two guys that they believe are their futures at guard, they're both still on rookie deals.
Yeah.
If Steph, let's just say this though. Let's just say Steph Castle says, I'm not playing without a new contract next year. Then I think De'Aaron's on the road. Because by all means, you read, you listen, you hear, it sounds like Dylan Harper is their future. And to be honest, he looks like their future to me.
No matter what.
Says. Right? So I think Steph Castle is kind of, for me, is the key. If Steph Castle comes out and says, no, I need to be paid now and I'm not going to wait one more year, then I think that's the question. I'm with you in the fact that I think they run it back one more time. Hopefully Wemby takes another step, which he's going to have to.
Yeah.
If not, they won't win a championship. He is their guy. So I don't think they're looking for their guy. I think they believe Wemby is their guy. It's just, can we get through the West 1 year quicker than we thought, which I think that's this year. We'll see next year.
Yeah, they can still tell themselves, rightfully so, hey, we're a little ahead of schedule this year. So we don't have to do anything drastic.
No.
That's if that they're still they still could find their way to the finals.
And I think you got a cautionary tale right there in the same state. I think they probably look at what the Rockets did and think to themselves, yeah, y'all went too fast.
Yep.
And now, the Fred VanVleet injury didn't help, but y'all tried to kind of
they skipped a step
a little bit, and now you ended up kind of taking a step back.
Yeah, and one of the reasons the Rockets did that is because their guys weren't as good as the guys that the Spurs have. Do the Kings have a shot at Keaton Wagler? Next, Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Today on the pod, we're talking to Joan, a method actor and Scratchers enthusiast. So, Joan, what do you like about playing Scratchers?
Well, as a method actor, it's about becoming the ticket. Scratching up, down, stage left, stage right.
So what's your motivation? Because your performance feels so real.
Oh, I was just tapping into my inner Scratchers.
incredible.
Yes, bravo me.
Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
Did you try my Colombian tamales? They're delicious.
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt. Can you pass me a straw?
You mean a pitillo.
Tamales deserve Pepsi.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SHAP.
I need a little ranch, step to the ranch, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
This home improvement month's tip is brought to you by Bonnie, leading the way home. Press the test button on GFCI outlets in kitchens and bathrooms to make sure they're working properly.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Celebrate America's 250th with our limited edition O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. 2 for $8 at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
This is interesting, and it's a classic example of I'm not saying, I'm just saying. According to reports on X, major update expected tomorrow on the Oakland Coliseum sale. So the same day we've got Sacramento jumping in with both feet into the expansion race. Major update expected tomorrow on the Oakland Coliseum sale, according to Unrooted in Oakland. If approved, the A's Coliseum deal is terminated. AASEG takes over the site. Legal obstacles get settled. Arena-related deals could move quickly. So, looks like maybe Oakland's got some things they would like to do going forward.
We're not still talking about the expansion for Oakland, are we?
The interesting thing about that is, according to what I've read and maybe you've read, there are some people in Oakland very interested in that who've been told, shh, don't say anything. If you talk about it publicly, you will not have a chance to get an expansion team. Scott Osler reported that. You can look it up. He reported that their interest in Oakland. There's people in Oakland who are like, we could put something together. And according to Scott Osler, MLB has told them, you better keep that to yourself or you'll have no chance at getting an expansion team.
That sounds very sketchy. That sounds extremely sketchy.
All I can tell you is what Scott Osler reported. Yes.
I would not believe Major League Baseball for a second. I guess if you're Oakland, what other choice do you have? But that
you're saying you would feel like, you're not going to give us a team anyway?
Oh, you're not giving us nothing. Yeah. No. You're playing with my emotions.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take that as a form of disrespect.
I think a lot of people are wondering, though, the timing of that tomorrow, whatever that's going to be. Interesting that it's on the same day as Sacramento's announcement. So,
man.
Yeah.
Who else got something cooking tomorrow? Salt Lake? Nashville doesn't even have to. Just give us the team. Enough is enough.
Right.
Portland?
Yeah, what time's our team coming?
Yeah. Vancouver? They all doing one tomorrow? So is it like a political race? Will cities drop out? How does this work? Does Vancouver say, thank you, we're done here? Portland, thank you for your time.
Well, they make bids, right? And then at some point, I don't know, I assume that there's kind of a gentleman's agreement where maybe MLB lets cities know. I don't know. Once you're in, and then it's just a matter of waiting and seeing if you're selected.
Mm-hmm. How many? Yeah. I can't see them giving out more. I think it's just going to be the three.
It is easy to say, we're in. We want an expansion team. But if you don't put the plans together, obviously, okay, you got some attention out of that. But obviously, you're not going to be chosen if you don't have anything actually put together on it.
Right. Or if
looking at you, Vancouver.
Right. Or if your plan is not one that seems realistic. Maybe it's the Portland one. Hey, away teams are not going to want to pay this.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
We're already dealing with the possible salary cap, salary floor. Now you're trying to take more of their money. That's just not going to fly.
I saw somebody writing for The Ringer who was saying today on X, and they referenced the piece that they had written about this, that, this was Sacramento's plan all along, was to bring the A's in here and use that to try to get an expansion team. That's true, but that's hardly news. And I'm not saying this person is claiming it's news, but at the introductory press conference itself, Vivek Ranadive said publicly, yes, the commissioner says they want to expand, and we're hoping to get one of the teams. Mm-hmm. So it's been clear that's been Sacramento's angle on this.
Right.
We're helping out MLB and the A's, and then we hope that boosts our chances to get a team.
And I think the kind of finders keepers idea that popped up was in part because at the time nobody knew about the expansion, right? It was kind of rumored. I think people thought Vivek had said too much at that time. That didn't even come out. That
he said, I talked to the commissioner. I'm friends with the commissioner.
There's going to be two, one in the East and one in the West. And everybody was looking around thinking, wait, what? What did you just say? So I think at that time there was a lot of rumors going on about, well, the A's are going to, that's when nothing was built yet in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Oh, Fisher's going to screw this up and they're just going to be able to stay in Sacramento. But I think Sacramentans are kind of maybe off that now. I think it would be probably the easiest way to do it, but it would not come without some hurt feelings and I guess narratives, if you will. But a lot of Sacramentans are off that now because just like Vegas, Whitey, everybody would love to get their own team with no history, no drama, none of it.
Jay, couldn't you see, we talked about this yesterday, couldn't you see how, whether you're John Fisher or you're MLB, if you get to a point where you decide Sacramento's viable, we're going to move the A's to Vegas and give Sacramento an expansion team, wouldn't somebody say, just leave the A's there? You've already been building up that fan base. John Fisher's like, I'm a California guy. We've worked with Sacramento beautifully. I love it. I'm not saying I hope this happens or that it's likely, but if it comes down to Vegas and Sacramento, wouldn't you just leave the A's here and give Las Vegas their own freaking team?
I could see both iterations happening. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm with you. I think it's easy because it's already happening here in the area, but I also say John Fisher has been very steadfast on what he wants to do, and I think he's looking to take a team to Las Vegas for whatever reason. But I'm with you. I think baseball could, and probably should do something like that.
If you build up the fan base here, yeah. Now, I know that everything that they've done in Las Vegas for the A's, they've branded A's moving here. I get that.
Yeah.
And I know they've done a lot of work. It would be easy for John Fisher to go, we did all this legwork for you. We started, you got to pay us back for that. But then, whoever's coming in to buy the team, we'll work it out with that.
I was going to say, how it happens, fellas, is just grease the pockets.
Yeah.
Make it make sense for me. We started like you said, we started the movement. Now we're going to flip and go ahead, insert any name, Alan. Insert any expansion team name. What you got?
Okay.
The Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas. The Las Vegas dice rollers.
There's sand there. And
I was about to say no sand. I was waiting for sand.
The desert dice.
Okay. So the Las Vegas desert dice are ready to come and play. John, why don't you keep the A's, the tradition, the colors, the name, the logo? You own the earthquake. Keep it close that way, and don't even worry about it.
Yeah. My understanding is, for what it's
desert
worth,
dice.
that MLB/A's, and I know, Jay, you said, well, that's because Sacramento's helping them out. But as bad as things got between the A's and MLB and Oakland, it's like night and day compared to how things are between MLB and the A's and Sacramento. And as Jay said, well, of course, because Sacramento bailed them out. But
as Sacramentans, do you think, because there are A's fans out here, we've been over this, do you think Sacramento as a whole would prefer to keep the A's, same ballpark that they're about to talk about tomorrow? Would you
Sacramento fans at large?
Yes.
Yeah, I would think so.
I say the A's.
Yeah.
Over an expansion team? Is that where you're going?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say the A's. Tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a little difference in the fact of knowing it's going to be permanent versus it's going to be temporary. I think Sacramentans, and that I could be speaking, stepping out of the wrong realm, stepping out of the wrong circle, speaking out of place. But I think most Sacramentans have been a little hesitant in the form of, we don't know what's going to happen with this team. And I know, Whitey, please correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of it or some of it could be, we don't want the blood on our hands in the form of, if we to take the team, and, we were already being blamed by Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, you helped A's. You helped John Fisher. They could have been here. You guys gave them a house with no rent, no mortgage.
An escape route.
Yes.
Right. That's why I thought it might be, let's just get our fresh team. Because I know that's how Vegas feels.
Here you go from
Permanent,
Guerrero, the Las Vegas Snake Eyes.
I like that.
That's okay.
I like that.
That's all right.
The Snake Eyes are bad.
Yeah, but it's Vegas, baby.
It's bad for
it's
the
Vegas,
other team. Bad for the other team.
Right, exactly.
I like that.
All right. Yes, do the Kings have a shot at Keaton Wagler? We'll turn our snake eyes on that next on Sactown Sports.
Have the Sacramento Kings quietly begun modeling their roster after an Eastern Conference contender?
We making something nice here with the Sacramento Knicks. That's what is going down, guys. The 916 Knicks. The 916 Knicks. Jay, we got to create a sound for that bad boy. The 916 Knicks.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
In 1962, Big O Tires began a revolution in the tire industry. Now through June 14th, celebrate with our 64th anniversary sale. Buy 3, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Big O branded tires with installation purchase. You'll also get our industry-leading ProTech Plus warranty, free. Year after year, we turn big problems into no problem at all. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I'm talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's going on for the Memorial Day sales event?
One word, options. Right now you can finance your new 2026 Ram 1500 with our lowest rate option of 2.9% APR for 72 months with no payments for 90 days. That will save you thousands in finance charges.
But what if I'm looking for a lower payment?
Then you can take advantage of our 4.9% APR financing for 84 months with no payments for 90 days. Either way, you're saving big, and you can get the new Ram of your dreams waiting at Hoblet.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
Must finance through SFS for qualified buyers. 2.9% APR for 72 months equals $1,515 per thousand borrowed. 4.9% APR for 84 months equals $1,408 per thousand borrowed. No payment for 90 days on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offers cannot be combined with other incentives. Excludes Ram 1500 RHO and Tungsten models. Sample VIN 42368. See dealer for details.
May is here, and so is your excuse to hit the ballpark. The green and gold are bringing the energy all month long with fan-favorite bobbleheads, can't miss post-game fireworks, and a ballpark atmosphere you don't want to miss. Turn up for Sacramento Saturdays and bring the whole crew out for Stompin' Sundays, packed with kid-friendly fun, giveaways, and the opportunity for kids 14 and under to run the bases after the game. Enjoy big swings and bigger moments all May long in West Sacramento. Lock in your seats now at athletics.com/tickets.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
Before we get to the Kings and Keaton Wagler, baseball-wise today, the Mariners sailed past the A's 9-1, and speaking of snake eyes, the Diamondbacks rattled the Giants 3-2. Kind of a tough send in the 8th inning. Adames got thrown out at home by 40 or 50 feet.
Yeah, it was kind of soft. line drive pop-up deal, a Luis Arias special. 1 out. And
he also drove in their 2 runs, by the way.
I mean, he's balling.
Yeah.
He's probably going to get moved pretty soon here. And Willy Adames had to see it down. Still 1 out, like I said. Hector Borg sends him. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about, guys. Whenever kind of casual fans can name your third base coach, you're doing something wrong, right? Everybody knows Hector Borg's name. I know Wotus was there for a long time. That's
I don't think
different.
it's a great baseball name.
Hector Borg?
I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a wonderful guy.
Well, he's not a wonderful third base coach. I know that. But everybody knows this guy's name. That's not good because he's had issues like this before. When he's not supposed to send, he sends. When he shouldn't send, or when he should
Tough
send,
job,
he
Al.
doesn't. I get it. But, there are a lot of tough jobs out there. Find somebody that can do it.
I think he's got the yips, too.
I think somehow we've created a new version of the yips.
Yeah.
Only the Giants.
I don't know. Stay. Oh,
Yeah.
I meant to have him hold up, but I sent him.
So Adames gets thrown out at home, and obviously that was the only opportunity the Giants were going to get. So, yeah, they lose another one. They are 0-6, Whitey. 0-6 against the Diamondbacks, and that is, here you go, from John Shea. Giants lose 3-2, 6 straight losses to the Diamondbacks in a week and a half, 12 games under 500 for the first time since June 29th, 2019.
By the way, the Diamondbacks, with that win, they have now caught the San Diego Padres in the National League West.
And Caitlin Clark was in the house.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Caitlin Clark was in the house.
Is she playing, get ready to play the Valkyries?
Maybe. She was kicking in. You saw her dap up another, just 2 basketball greats, and Brandon Pajemski and Caitlin Clark.
That's terrific. He took batting practice there, didn't he?
Well, he said he could have been Shohei.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Shohei Pajemski.
That guy.
He said that?
Oh, he said that. He definitely said that. And that's probably not even top 3 for egregious. It is. But it's probably not number 1.
This might be good news for the Giants. They're not the only team dealing with a crotchoversy. Jay, the Giants outfield now, they did the 3 thrust thing.
Yeah.
Will Clark, not a fan. But you had Abner Uribe of Milwaukee last night. He thought the Cardinal manager was threatening to hit some of the Brewer hitters. The Cardinal manager says, no, I was telling them to be careful about stealing signs or we would plunk them. And then so Uribe strikes out somebody, and the pitch gets challenged. He does the double X crotch chop. A lot of that going on in baseball, Jay.
I seen it, man.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, I saw the Giants with the pistol crotch shot.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
It's a joke.
Alan liked it.
No.
You was a fan of it?
Oh,
No.
you said, well, I don't know about that, but it's funny. That's for sure.
The recoil? Did the coil recoil?
No, there's been multiple crotch celebrations
throughout baseball.
I hope you saved that.
So the first one, the Key and Peele one, I thought was funny because it, Jay,
Alan
with the football,
Stiles, multiple crotch celebrations.
That one was funny, Jay. The next
Holly
one,
McBingleberger, whatever.
Yeah, McCringleberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they did it again, and they got to celebrate because it's rare that they actually win. Then they did it again where Drew Gilbert is shooting them down with thrust.
One by one.
One by one.
Yeah.
And that one I thought, all right, you guys are actually practicing this stuff.
It was the semi-automatic crotch shot.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much.
The Thrill wasn't having it.
No. Will Clark was not. We can't play any of
Nah,
that.
yeah, he cursed
literally
way too much.
any of it. And honestly, you guys can all probably guess what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel pretty similarly in the fact of you stink. It's just embarrassing. Like, what other team are you seeing this stuff? The Padres aren't doing thrusting stuff, right? I mean, I saw the Diamondbacks whoop the mess out of the Giants. Not one crotch situation. But the Giants, they got to celebrate.
Not a single crotch situation.
Guys, this is
a hip thrust.
This is how the old saying goes, act like you've been there. Mm-hmm. And Tony Vitello hasn't, but he's not the one. He was doing some crotch
That's
stuff
the problem.
too.
He literally has not been there.
It's just a disaster. It's an absolute disaster.
Abner Uribe apologized to his manager and apologized, I guess, to his team. he was kind of trying to stick up for his team.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I don't think we're going to see that again anytime soon.
No. And that seems real, unlike what happened in Houston with the cross-up and, I didn't mean to hit my catcher. It didn't seem like that.
You mean it was a genuine apology?
I believe
from
so.
a young guy who's like, sorry. Yeah.
But he thought that the coach was talking to him?
He thought the Cardinal coach says, I was talking to their dugout, and they were kind of relaying signs, and I was trying to tell him, you got to be careful about that. And he pointed to his ribs like, you got to be careful or you get somebody hurt.
The Brewers.
Yeah, and then the Brewer pitcher saw that. It's like, are they threatening our hitters? Oh, I got a little something for you. Yeah.
And he didn't hit him. He just struck him out and celebrated.
Yes.
And this is where I'm at, guys. It's high time. We need to hear from some of the greats of the San Francisco Giants. Will Clark.
You got one running the show.
Not him. We've heard enough. Will Clark, he's Will Clark. He's kind of, because of who he is and how he acts, it's not going to hit. We all know he's going to freak out and hate the thrusting. We get that. I need a Barry Bonds. I need somebody.
Barry doesn't have that kind of cachet.
I think he does. If he says this is embarrassing, I need a Bumgarner.
Bumgarner would maybe, he's more of a gatekeeper.
I need a Brandon Crawford. I need these guys to step up. We need to get, this is who we need to get, guys. And nobody that is connected, 100% did a great job for us, but we know he's connected. Jay, we need a Brandon Crawford. We need somebody to speak out.
What about the captain? Brandon Belt.
Brandon Belt? He was kind of a jokester. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know, but they won, so it was different.
Mm-hmm.
I need somebody to come on these airwaves that donned the orange and black.
What about Matty Caine?
I think Matty Caine would not be a fan.
And what? What? Get to it. What you want them to do?
I want them to talk about how much of a joke this is.
How we didn't do that, Jay.
We didn't do
In
that.
our day, we didn't do that.
Stop thrusting. Stop with the crotch stuff. Stop practicing.
About the guy who's running the show comes out and says that?
All right.
How about Buster says, hey, we don't do that.
It's too late. It's too late. And maybe that's the only reason they wouldn't go too hard because, they're probably boys with Buster. Maybe it's got to be somebody prior to that.
Do you know who Al Rosen is or was? Al Rosen was a player. He took over the Giants at the end of, I think, the 85 season. The Giants were terrible. 85 was a miserable season. It looked like they were moving. Al Rosen came in as a new GM, and he made Roger Craig the manager. 86, they got Will Clark, Robbie Thompson. They're on the way. 87, they won the division. And the first thing Al Rosen said, one of the first things was, we don't complain about the ballpark anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And Candlestick's miserable.
Yeah.
Everyone complained about it. And he knew that. But it was like, we let everyone else complain about it. But he laid down the law. Like, we don't talk about that.
Right.
It's bad for other teams, not us. Buster needs to do something like that.
Yeah.
No more triples alley. Big deal. It's our ballpark. They can complain about it. We got to deal with it. As Bruce Bochy, I was doing an interview with Boch once about Brandon Belt, and he was complaining about triples alley, and Boch said, he's got to put his big boy pants on.
Literally.
Somebody needs to tell the Giants right now, you got to put your big boy pants on.
Speaking of Boch,
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We know who's connected in the organization.
Yes.
Dusty Baker's going to be out there tomorrow because of the Sacramento ties.
You think Dusty would tolerate the triple crotch thrust?
No, guys, think about this. They're both in the organization still.
Yeah.
So two greats, Hall of Famers, Dusty Baker, Bruce Bochy are sitting watching a game together. The game ends.
I don't even want to think about it.
And they're watching Drew Gilbert crotch shoot the other outfielders.
Dusty, what the heck was that?
In the face. Come on, Jay. You're going to make them lose it.
There's a lot of jokes. There's a lot of drops, but I'm just going to let it ride out.
I never seen that before. Have
It's
you?
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's Bochy.
Yeah, we didn't do that when I played Dusty.
We need to get Boch.
Is that a Dodger thing? Or
I need Boch. I need Dusty. I need to come out. I need them to come out and say it.
But I guess my question to you, Alan, is and knowing how some of the young guns are, why would anybody on the Giants care that Jeff Kick comes out and is like, we need to nip that in the bud, fellas?
I like that too. Jeff, because it gets to a point where
go back to Survivor, Jeff Kent.
They're not embarrassed enough.
Go wash your truck.
And here's the crazy part, fellas. Here's the crazy part, fellas. The Giants are the 20th, they're the 10th oldest team in the league. You're not the Cardinals. Everybody 18,
They
21
act like
years
they're
old.
all 16-year-olds.
Literally.
Yeah.
Harrison Bader, brother, you're 30. What are you doing? Drew Gilbert has been around. So if they stunk and they were young, that'd be one thing. They're the 10th oldest team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They're not young. And Chapman, he's too busy trying to figure out how to hit a fastball, so he can't say anything to the idiot outfielders out there. Devers is trying to find his way. Adames is too busy hee-hee-ha-haing with Mookie Betts.
He's probably having a great time.
Oh, my goodness. He probably thinks that's funny. That is hilarious. Adames hit a home run. He came up yesterday, had an opportunity to give the Giants a lead, does absolutely nothing. And as soon as the Giants get down by 3, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, he hits a home run, and he's doing his celebration around the base paths. You're down 2. Where was this when it mattered? All of it, you talk about empty calories, that's Willy Adames. But at least he does something. Matt Chapman, he's just a complete, he just can't do anything right now. But at least he's not doing crotch stuff.
Somebody needs to lay down the law, and it's a lawless.
Literally, it's the
clubhouse
Wild
right
West. They are a joke. They are an absolute joke.
Is it a joke to suggest the Kings may have a shot at Keaton Wagler? We'll look at that. We'll also look at how some say the Thunder are poised to steal the draft too. Next, Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento Kings return to Golden One Center this July for the 8th annual California Classic, presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings, with the 7th pick in the draft, will host the Golden State Warriors, Brooklyn Nets, and the Milwaukee Bucks on July 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3-day general admission passes start at just $50. Come see some NBA rookies, second-year players, and other athletes vying for spots on NBA and G League rosters. Visit kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
Hi, I'm Adam Johnson here with Golf Fitness Solutions. If you want more distance, less pain, better mobility, and a body that holds up for 18 holes, come see us. We're expanding in Carmichael, and you're invited to our grand opening party on June 13th from noon to 4. Tour our new space, meet the team, try the simulator challenge, see if you can make a hole-in-one, and learn how golf-specific training, stretching, massage, and assessments can help your game. Call 916-802-5175 or visit us at golffitnesssolutions.com for more information.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
If you have unfiled filed taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
I just wanted to share with you the coolest thing about being on the radio to me over the years. One of them is just the people that you get to work with and meet, hang out with. And another thing is when you throw something silly out there and somebody who's really clever and smart takes it, does something with it, and gives it back to you. For example, somebody here from the 916 has actually put together a logo for Allen's Las Vegas Snake Eyes. Guerrero Grows. That's nice. Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's smooth.
From your mind, and then Guerrero Grows, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Las Vegas Snake Eyes.
And all you got to do to really take it over the top is on the dice, just a little bit of sand. Just a little bit of sand.
Sure.
At the bottom, like under the dice?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be kind of cold. I see you working. That'd be Guerrero. You might have to throw that in there, family.
We got it.
You might be right.
That's nice.
That is nice right there. Mm-hmm. Las Vegas Snake Eye.
Well, let's see if we can wish this into existence. Not everybody would want to, but I know that Brendan, with his scouting reports, draft scouting reports at SactownSports.com, he's got Sactown Scouting Report, the unorthodox upside of Keaton Wagler. Is there any way Keaton Wagler's there when the Kings pick? Can the Kings end up with Keaton Wagler?
Definitely. We think that we know what direction any of these teams are going in, but we really don't. We really, really don't. And Keaton is a guy where you can see why teams could fall in love with him with the size, but you could see why teams, I mean, here's the thing, guys. All these guys, all these players that have maybe questionable athletic prowess, if you will, they're not the most elite athletes. All of them are not going to be Luka. Like, all of them are not going to be this shifty. All of them are not going to be Jalen Brunson. So there is going to be a level of bustness with some of them. I don't know which ones they're going to be.
Obviously, Steph, when he came out, wasn't known for his athleticism.
That's very true.
But arguably the greatest shooter we've ever seen. What do you think Luka's superpowers are, honestly, if we're being honest and breaking it down?
I think that he is, shooting, one. I think he's incredible at, this isn't scoring-wise, but manipulating defenses because he sees so many doubles.
He's a great passer. He's great court vision, and he's big.
He is.
Yeah.
That's the Harden thing, too.
Yeah.
Not the craziest athlete, but people say, when you see James Harden, he's like 6'6", and nice, like thick. The same way, that's the same thing with Luka, too. These dudes are not.
Nice plate, Harden.
Very nice plates.
Yeah.
Lemon pepper plates. A lot of nice plates.
Keaton Wagler's he's got big frame, but he's got a lot of room where he can still put meat.
Hopefully.
Didn't come out the way I wanted to, but you know what I'm trying to say.
That's after crotch gate, so we're both on a roll.
Choosing my words carefully.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much bigger he can get.
Muscle milk. You look at that type of body type. Can he get to Cade level? same size. I don't know. It'll take a couple years to kind of be as strong as Cade, I would say, but maybe he gets there.
Our friend Brendan Nunes, SactownSports.com, you should check this out if you haven't already. He says that Keaton Wagler's superpower, shooting with feel. Elite three-point shooting is where the conversation has to begin with a 6'5 prospect. So whomever picks him, if Keaton Wagler is going to become anything close to the player we all think he could be, it's going to hinge on his ability to knock down three-pointers.
Yeah, and I like what he does shooting the three ball. I think what I'm more so worried about is the fact that when you fire up his tape, and we're all watching a lot of the same tape from March Madness and stuff like that, he takes a lot of tough shots. And I think that worries me a little bit. Because of that lack of athleticism, he has good size, and he takes a lot of tough kind of fall-away shots. That does worry me a little bit, Whitey. Because, I mean, this is not Big Ten basketball.
I just would be surprised if he's there at 7. I think the Clippers or the Nets will take him. He's got so much upside, and he could be an elite shooter, and that's so valuable. Size and an elite shooter who also has the potential to be a lead guard initiator. I don't think he'll be there at 7. I'd be surprised. If he is, I think the Kings would be, surprise. But I would be surprised if he's there.
So would you have him, but you don't have him over Darius?
Do I or do I not?
I don't think you did. We both had Darius 1. I think we both had Keaton 2.
I probably right now, it's pretty close, but I would have Keaton Wagler a little higher. But again, my whole thing with him, and we got caught up in this, I just don't think if you're looking for a point guard and you're thinking, we'll get him, he'll be a point guard, I think that's dangerous. But I think as far as a guy who's going to be a knockdown shooter, there's a really good chance he's a real offensive weapon.
You know what's so funny? If you actually look at all 5 of the guards, they really do all have their own bag. And obviously I'm not including Darren Peterson. But you have Keaton Wagler, who he's got the size, right? And he does have passing ability, but he could be that kind of Klay Thompson-y type of player.
You want to do a little breaking news for this, Jay? Yeah, we just got an update here.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports Breaking News.
Tonight is the deadline, midnight tonight, for candidates to declare or to remove themselves from the draft process. And according to John Rothstein, Andrei Stojakovic is withdrawing from the 2026 NBA draft, will return to Illinois next season per his IG page. That's John Rothstein, Andrei Stojakovic withdrawing from the NBA draft. Thank you, Jay.
We all knew that, right?
I
knew. I've been saying that from the beginning.
We knew that he probably should.
I know that he loves college, and I love college too.
Speaking of Keaton Wagler, his teammate going back. How do you say it?
Back to school. I told you. I'm surprised he's going back to Illinois. I would have maybe I thought he was going to check off the SEC realm, Whitey, and go to a SEC school, but he's staying at Illinois. Built some strong memories there. And guys, he could easily go in the first round next year. So there was no reason for him to scratch and claw in this draft when next season is not supposed to be that strong.
Before we get any further, I know we have a little more on Keaton Wagler. We also have this report from Jake Fisher that a lot of people think the Thunder could be major players towards the top of this draft. I don't know whether you guys saw this, and if you did, this will be pretty easy for you, but Zach Cram, ESPN.com, put together today an interesting study of how much the best teams in the NBA since 2000 have actually relied on their draft picks. Did you see this?
I saw some of it, but didn't get all the way through it.
Okay, so you may know, if you know these, let us know. What percentage of the top 5 picks from 2000 through 2019 helped the team that drafted them win a title? So it's 100 players. So you know this one, Alan?
No.
How many? So top 5 picks in the NBA.
Okay.
It's 100 players, 2000 to 2019. How many players selected top 5, 2000 to 2019, helped the team that drafted them win a title?
Oh my goodness, it's the title thing.
Yeah. So it's 100 players. So you can do percentage of the number because it's 100. It's the same thing. What's your best guess? You got a guess, Jay?
7%.
7?
Ah, man, I was sitting there thinking. Wade, LeBron.
Oh, yeah. I probably went too low.
From 2000, right?
2000 through 2019. Yeah.
How does LeBron get?
Because he got the Cavs in there. I'd probably say.
Yeah, it's a team that drafted. Yeah.
Man, you were.
But it's only we're talking about players.
Players,
so
yeah.
It's like he did it. He's one player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty close, Alan. I'm gonna say 6.
Yeah, the answer is 5.
5.
Yeah, I don't have them here. I can look them up for you, but 5. Okay.
Steph, Wade, Curry. Well, Steph wasn't top 5 though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of the top 5 picks from 2000 to 2019, so 100 players. This is shocking to me. How many won a playoff series as a rotation player for the team that drafted them? So it's 100 players, top 5 picks, 2000 to 2019. Maybe it's not shocking.
Piece.
I shouldn't lead the witnesses that much. How many won a playoff series as a rotation player for the team that drafted them of 100?
Wow.
30.
2000? Nah, it's way under that. I'd go 13.
13. It's see, I probably kind of led you astray when I said shocking. It's 44. It still is.
I'd have thought way less than that.
And here's how this is the last one, and it's not a question. How championship rotations in the 21st century were built. Championship rotations, so 2019 were built through trade, 29%. Free agency, 29%. Second round and beyond, 11%. Picks 6 through 14, 9%. Picks 15 through 30, 8%. Picks 1 through 5, 6%.
Wow.
Only 6%. So as much as we think, oh, you got to get that top 5 pick, and as valuable as they can be, most of them end up coming up short as far as leading their teams even into the championship.
Man.
Yeah.
All those numbers are lower than I thought.
Yeah. It stunned me. Again, that's Zach Cram, ESPN.com.
Well, the championship number is not surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
The playoff number isn't that surprising to me because it was obviously more. But it just feels like right now, all these names that we would bring up, you would have the Ants of the world, Wemby, Cade. Yeah, they haven't won it yet, and probably not going to win them. Not all of them, right?
Yeah.
Not all of them. So that makes sense to me. But some of those numbers at the end, Whitey, yeah. I mean, all that's saying to me is back to the hybrid rebuild we go.
You know what I take from that, and this is something I've been pretty stagnant on, is you have to have a guy. And, I mean, we're just talking about 2000 and now, so pretty much the LeBron era, right? For the most part, if you really look at it, there's only been like 5 guys who've won a championship as the guy. Yeah. And to be honest, there's probably – and Whitey, we've had this conversation when Drapes was here, Alan. I don't know if you had heard this, but you pretty much have to be a top 5, top 7-ish, for sure top 10 player to win a championship in this league. If you're not even a top 10, you're not winning at this point. I mean, that's what those numbers tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a top 10 guy.
I think the one and done era makes it just so much tougher for you to know in the draft. And that's why you end up in this period, 2000 to 2019, you end up with guys like Giannis, where they were picked, and Jokic. Mm-hmm. And it's just harder to know now because you don't have as much to work with as you did way back when a guy played 3 or 4 years of college, like, okay, I know he's the better player. Now it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like.
So there's more surprises.
Right. It feels like you spend so much time trying to get to. I always use the Timberwolves as an example because they're a small market and they hit on Ant, and now they've been having some deep playoff runs here. Not as deep this season, but they've had some deep playoff runs. And when I look at them, I do wonder, guys, is, we talked about it over the summer with the Brewers owner when he said, our job is not necessarily to win a championship, it's to kind of entertain you guys.
Yeah.
Why he said that out loud, I don't know. But I don't know how wrong he is. You know, I mean, you're A-Rod. You see that Cheshire Cat smile on A-Rod's face? We are locked in to the playoffs for the next decade, right? Or until, you know, whenever Ant leaves, it is what it is. But a lot of these small markets specifically, I don't think they could ever say it out loud, but the percentages are the percentages. The chances of you hitting in the draft, hitting again in the draft, trading, and it works, getting to the finals, having some injuries that help you and not the other team, and winning a championship, I don't know how realistic anybody should feel like it is, but they can't say that out loud.
If I were doing PR for Scott Perry, and he doesn't need anybody to do that, he's very good at it. But if I were, I would say, you see that? The number of players who are top 5 picks who help their team win championships, top 5 schmop. Yeah. I'd say. Top 5 schmop.
Right.
Yeah, we're picking 7. Oh, no! They should have lost more games. We're good.
I wouldn't say that.
I would if I was doing PR for Scott Perry.
Sure. The only reason, and it can't get debunked until we're 10 years down the road, but the only reason is just because of this specific draft.
Yeah.
That would have been fine next season, right? But just not to rehash it, but
it's a good
this
point.
Specific draft.
Right,
is
and it
the
gets
difference.
back to Jay's point. You need a guy. Well, you probably had a really good chance in this one.
Right.
To get the guy.
A better chance than you would in most of those drafts.
Yeah, and I know there's not a consensus, but the LeBron draft, the Wemby draft, right? You could even argue the Cade draft. Those obvious, I wouldn't even throw Ant in there because I think there was some conversation. But those specific drafts, I think, are a little bit different. And this one is so unique because there is no LeBron on its face per se, or, not to throw Wemby in there yet, but it's just the idea that this was a really strong draft.
The whole idea of a draft is to give the lesser teams a chance to get the better players. Now, that's been watered down in the NBA by the lottery and lottery reform. That's still the underlying principle of a draft, though. However, according to Jake Fisher, there is, and I quote, undeniably growing anticipation league-wide that the Thunder are going to do something, Alan. Jay, dear listener, Sam Presti's front office is clearly facing some type of roster crunch if it holds on to numbers 12 and 17 plus number 37 in the second round, while all 15 players on the Thunder's roster are likewise under contract for next season, and that's before even considering the team options that OKC will soon face on Isaiah Hartenstein and Lou Dort, plus Kenrich Williams. The deductive reasoning from there ain't difficult. So the Thunder, they don't tell you what they're going to do. But people around the league look at this and say, if the Thunder can't or don't trade up and decide to keep 12, league sources say they've already communicated to some agents and opposing front offices that they're very much open to moving pick number 17. And people are wondering if the Thunder might try to move up into the top 5, and maybe even high enough to get a shot at Cam Boozer.
Yeah, that's the name that keeps getting thrown around, and he's
But it's
the
a
most...
draft, Alan. We're supposed to give the lesser teams a chance to get better.
There's always
OKC gets Cam Boozer? What?
Always exceptions to the rule. If you're good at your job, you'll find ways around it. I'm just not sure how OKC, if you were to look at the top 4 teams, who would be willing to entertain OKC? I know it's not the Wizards. You never know with the Bulls.
Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't all 4 of them?
Well, I think the Wizards need their guy. Wizards are weird because they made that trade for Trey and Anthony Davis. But I think the Wizards are really in need of their guy, Jay. I think the Grizzlies are really in need of their guy. I think your Utah Jazz might have a conversation.
Plus, the Jazz and the Grizz, I mean, if they're really thinking big, they're like, we're trying to beat you.
Yeah.
We don't want to
can't
help
give you a dude.
Yeah.
But you got to bleed them.
Yeah.
You have to stick it to them.
Right.
You want to get up here, if I'm the Jazz, you want Cam Boozer, show it to me. Let me know you want it. Send over AJ. Send me over Wallace. Send me over J-Dub. You're going to have to make it sweet. See, that's the thing. A lot of these organizations, a lot of Kings, ain't making people pay.
Right.
You got to bleed a cat.
I would think a lot of it, I'm just guessing, would be in the form of we need future ones. First of all, we're not sure what those are. I guess it's worth more than a pick from OKC would have been, because But still, I don't want to dance with that devil. If I'm the Grizzlies or the Jazz, you may want Cam Boozer. I don't want you to get Cam Boozer. I want Cam Boozer.
That's interesting. So then that brings us to maybe the Eastern Conference teams. I think the Bulls are liable to do anything. I think you really never know what.
Well, it's a new regime now, right? But we just don't know.
I don't think they would do anything, but they also have the 4th pick. They don't have the 1st pick. So if they're feeling as if, hey, Caleb Wilson might be a bit of a gamble anyway, so you know what? Give us your 2 firsts, AJ Mitchell, give us the 2nd 2 and a couple future firsts. If you're the Bulls, you do that. I think the idea of the other drafts not being as great, 2027, 2028, would matter a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that price tag would have to be pretty steep if I'm any of these teams for the Thunder to make a move. And they'd have to, again, just really want Cam Boozer. So, again, and that's just the word on the street. So, what, you're running Cam at the 3? Or Chet goes to the 5 and Cam goes to the 4?
Yeah. And then maybe they move off of Hartenstein.
Right.
Yeah.
And as far as
and Cam can play some 5, probably.
Sure. As far as the Kings are concerned, I think worst case scenario is if the Thunder do a deal with the Clippers, because we're all fairly sure that the Clippers aren't interested in Darius Acuff. So if the Thunder swap out and the Clippers say, we'll take 12, 17, and whoever else, future draft capital or players, then the Kings would have to deal directly with the Nets. And I think that's worst case scenario, guys. Am I overstating that? If the Kings have to swap with the Nets, that's kind of worst case scenario? Because it's not about the position. It's not 5 versus 6. It's getting in front of the Nets.
Mm-hmm. So worst case scenario in the sense of what you'd have to give up? Or
yeah, I mean, the Clippers, you're kind of calling their bluff. You don't think the Clippers are going to draft Acuff. It's just you're in a spot that's in front of the Nets, right? Which maybe the Clippers would have tried to bleed them that way. But if you got to deal directly with the Nets, I feel the price tag ain't going to be cheaper. I don't think it's going to be cheaper at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. By the way, just wrapping up the thread here on this piece about top 5 picks, 2000 to 2019. According to ESPN, only 5 of the top 5 picks, there's 100 of them, only 5 of the 100 top 5 picks in that period are still with the team that drafted them.
Wow.
Only 5 of the top 100, the top 5 picks in that period, still with the team that drafted them. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, John Morant, and Zion Williamson.
Jeez.
That's it.
And those... time is running out
and that's
for about
not, they
3
haven't,
of them.
then not all of them have done much.
Right.
Yeah. Although they've, other than Zion, they've all had some postseason success.
I'm sitting here thinking since 2000, so we got LeBron, Wade, Tatum. Brown was picked, 7th?
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up.
That sounds right.
Something right. So who's the other 2?
The championship
who won a
ones?
championship, yeah.
That's what I was looking. I
LeBron,
didn't find that.
Wade, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, excuse me. LeBron, Wade, and who did I say?
What have to
and
go
Tatum,
back and
excuse
look
me.
it up.
LeBron, Wade, and Tatum.
Jaylen Brown went 3rd.
So he's 4.
Chet Holmgren? Oh, no, because
we did not 2019. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So that's 4. We're missing someone.
I'd have to go back and look it up. I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
OKC, didn't nobody 2019.
I'm trying to think.
Lakers sneak one out. 2020. Anybody?
Oh, is it the Lakers?
Trying to think that they have anybody top 5 in there.
Will
Kyrie? Is it Kyrie? It's Kyrie, huh?
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, Cavs. Number 1. That's it. That's the 5th.
Yeah, we got more on that coming up. Also, why tonight is a big night for some NBA draft candidates. We got news on that as well today. Next, Sactown Sports.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo Center from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
The other guys must think you failed math. Get this huge discount. Then the fine print hits you with $5,200 in mandatory ads. It's adorable in a scammy kind of way. At Hoblet, we skip the tricks. The price you see is the price you actually pay. What a wild concept, huh? Hoblet, family owned 77 years. Experience the difference online at hobletdodge.com.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease. Control is everything to me. Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. What's up? It's Matt George. What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I say this with sympathy, Giants fans and Alan Stiles. I know things aren't going well for the Giants right now. They lost today, and Alan has said how it's getting to be kind of ridiculous. Could be worse. You could have a bat dog, and you could have a bat dog that injured a player.
Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Happened to the Dodgers. And one of their prospects, their number 9 prospect in their system, Kendall George, suffered a significant left knee injury on Monday night while trying to avoid the bat dog. And the Tulsa Drillers are planning to suspend their bat dog program.
This is Jay, you know what he signed for? $1.8 million $1.8 million on the bench. Hey, what happened? How'd you get injured? Well, the bat dog. Come on, guys.
The bat dog bolted out of the dugout to get the bat, and Kendall George had the dog jump right in front of him, and he jumped out of the way and apparently injured himself.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. He was not happy about it.
No, he wasn't.
As George passed the plate and slowed his momentum, the team's bat dog shot out of the dugout. The dog came close enough to George that he felt compelled to jump out of the way. When he landed, he appeared to injure his knee. Unfortunate.
Come on, man.
And the dog is paying the price.
That's messed up to Milo.
Come on, dude. Milo ain't worth $1.8 million.
He might be. He is to some people.
While the Dodgers have yet to announce an injury for George, initial testing was, quote, not that optimistic about George's outlook, end quote. I'm sorry. Franchise fears he may have injured his patellar.
Come on, guys. What are we doing?
The Dodgers AA affiliate, one of the few minor league teams that uses bat dogs during games. But I don't know.
Shouts out to all the bat dogs.
Yeah. Some of us still appreciate you.
That's right.
I mean, it just seems, as I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze? It's, you're going to put yourself in tough situations because some people want to clap at the bat dog.
That's terrible. And this is a guy, this prospect is a guy who makes his living with his legs. He's got a lot of stolen bases. So.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Uh-huh.
Ridiculous, man. You know what? I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It is one of those all-time bizarre baseball injuries, and you could do a whole hour and a half, 2 hours on that. My favorite one is, and I honestly hope this guy's okay, there was an outfielder named Marty Cordova. You ever heard of Marty Cordova?
Mm-hmm. Twins.
And
one time, right?
yeah, and he missed a game. I think it was against the A's, and he was out. It was a day game. He didn't play. It's like, well, what happened? He fell asleep in a tanning booth.
I remember that.
Come on, man.
Couldn't play. Couldn't go out in the sun the next day.
There's that one.
Yeah.
Food cancer's real here, but fellas. Got to be on up and up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't fall asleep in there.
Yeah.
There's the jumping. He hit a home run, and then he jumped on the plate.
That was Rendon, right?
Or was it
It was Kendrick
Morales?
That wasn't Morales.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's who it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Rendon? What did Rendon do? Didn't he do something like that?
He never did anything.
He
Well,
just hated baseball.
But didn't he get hurt for the Angels doing something like that? You're very true. He didn't do much.
I opened some card once, and it was cards, and it was like game used Rendon. I'm like, that's got to be really rare because he never played. This has got to be 101.
Was that Washington or Angels?
I think it was Angels.
Oh yeah, that's definitely rare.
And he's the guy. Didn't he come out and say, I don't really like playing baseball?
Literally,
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally.
After signing 100 and whatever,
I don't really,
80 million.
Not really my
I could
thing.
go either way.
Yeah, hey, give me a lot of money to do it. So
Logical Raptors fanatic. Allen, not the cat defender, hating on bat dogs. I'm not hating. This dude
you were hating.
I'm not hating. This dude is now out for however long.
Hey,
because of a bat dog.
You gotta be. I mean, if you watch the video, and I said this to you guys, you gotta be a little more athletic too, though.
Come on, guys.
Dude, he hit the plate, and he goes another 20 feet, and he's about 3 feet from the dugout. Dude, you should be walking by then anyway.
Plus, it's not like, this is the night they have the bat dogs.
Right.
They're there every night.
day.
That means you're putting yourself at risk every day.
Should be looking for them. Should be second nature. Should be second nature. Hey, where's the bat dog?
Okay.
Where's Milo at?
Yeah. I gotta handle my career. I gotta get ready to play baseball. I gotta handle 99 miles per hour every single day. And in the minors, they don't know where that thing is going. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, after I successfully score and do my job, I gotta avoid Toby.
Where does Toby stay?
I don't know where Toby stays.
He's in the dugout.
He's in the dugout.
Right.
Well, no, he popped out of the dugout.
Right, exactly.
But he was 2 feet from the dugout.
If you don't see Toby, then where's Toby?
They're quick. They they sometimes I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. O-U-T out.
Do you guys remember when people used to buy CDs?
Of
And they were
course.
shrink wrapped and they were really hard to unwrap sometimes. There was a guy named Adam Eaton, and he was a pitcher, and he bought one.
Yep.
And he's trying to open it, and he stabbed himself in the stomach.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's how he got injured. Trying to open his.
Trying to get a jewel case open.
He was okay. He was all right.
Didn't Sammy Sosa throw his back out from sneezing?
Sneezing, yeah.
Yeah. Some of them you never know. Is that really what happened?
Yeah.
Like Jeff Kent washing his truck. Back to that.
Right.
Wasn't somebody that would, I think it was a pitcher or something. Didn't he cut himself in the shower?
Yeah. Was it a finger or something?
It was something like that. Cut himself in the shower,
But
washing up.
If you do it to yourself, then you got no one else to blame.
Mm-hmm.
If I got to handle, Air Bud, then that's a different problem.
Here comes that boy. You sure don't like pooches.
No,
huh?
I got to call my dad.
Yeah.
After all we've been through, signed for $1.8 million. Hey, son, how you doing? You still playing well? How you doing? Well, Dad, I might be out for a bit. Well, what happened? Were you sliding? Well, what happened, son? Well, the bat dog was in the way, and I tried to jump out of the way of the bat dog, and it's all bad, Pops. It's all bad. This season, just to let you know, this is what's more important to y'all, okay?
Jay, didn't you face Joel Zumaya?
Yeah. Through gas.
Missed part of the ALCS with wrist forearm inflammation blamed
Playing
on Guitar
video
Hero.
games, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I joked with him about that before.
Really?
Yeah.
21 years old.
San
this
Diego.
dude. 21, okay? Hitting .333, Jay.
He was balling.
OPS 814. Like Whitey said, 26 stolen bases. Giants don't even know what that is. 9 doubles. Man,
He was balling.
I know he's a Smurf. I know he's on the Dodgers, but man, you hate to see it.
You do. I mean, I'm not making fun of that at all. You hate to see somebody's hard work, longevity, getting there, trying to make it to the big leagues. No doubt.
Did you run into a wall, or was it a collision at the? Well, it tried to avoid the collision. Wow.
Were you at the kennel or something? What are you doing? You don't need a dog.
Apparently.
Matthew Boyd. After a bicep strain, Boyd returned for 3 starts before sitting with his kids and injuring his left meniscus.
Come on, man.
What?
Yeah, he was sitting with his kids, and there goes the meniscus. Do you guys remember the story of Glenn Allen Hill? He was he had arachnophobia, and he was sleepwalking, and he had a nightmare.
I remember the
sleepwalking about spiders, and he went through a glass table.
I remember the sleepwalking situation.
Yeah, Glenn Allen Hill.
And they got to say this stuff out loud.
Yeah. Wow. And, sometimes they have things in their contract. You can't do this, can't do that. So if you do that and you get hurt, then you got to, what do I tell them?
Well, I don't think, can't sleepwalk. Well, I don't want to.
Did you ever hear the Gardner Minshew story? He broke his hand on purpose so he could redshirt?
Yeah, I heard about that. That was when, Mustache Minshew was going to take over the world.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Lord, I forgot about Glenn Allen Hill sleepwalking.
Yeah.
That was a big deal, too.
That guy
at the
could
time.
rake.
He could, swing it.
Yeah. But he was one of those catch-22 guys. Hit him 100 fly balls, he might catch 22. Critical deadline for next month's NBA draft looming league-wide tonight, according to Jake Fisher. Final buzzer for college underclassmen to decide whether or not to keep their names in this year's draft pool. So some clarity for front offices has already been achieved. Alan Graves deciding Tuesday to keep his name in the draft. Malachi Moreno opted to stay with the Wildcats. Now we had today word that this is going to break the hearts of a lot of Kings fans. Andrei Stojakovic, stay in school.
Back to school.
Back to school. Sorry, I said it wrong.
Wow. It's the right decision, I think.
Uh-huh.
Just for what he can do next season.
Now the NBA scouting community waiting to learn of the decisions made by notables such as Koa Pete, Tunde Yasufu, and Tyler Tanner from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, Whitey, as far as the Kings are concerned, the only thing that it could affect, and I actually think it's a fairly big deal, if somebody like Koa Pete goes back to school and everybody, and a couple other guys go and they start bumping up, then from there, some of your second round talent might get watered down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And excited as we were about we were talking about Okori from Stanford. If enough guys drop out tonight, he'll go in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know the Kings probably wouldn't take him if they're taking A-Cup, but just as an example, the hope is if you're the Kings in a weird way that a lot of guys stay in the draft because that keeps it as potent as possible.
Now, Baba Miller, didn't he just visit the Kings, but he was sick?
Exactly.
He didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then Tankathon has Billy Richmond going to the Kings at 45.
Well, he's going back to
He's
school
going
now.
to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So
as of right now.
Uh-huh.
He's flip-flopped a couple times.
That's what. Yeah, I was confused because we got conflicting reports on that, right? Or
no, just an update from John Rothstein.
Uh-huh.
So an hour ago, Arkansas's Billy Richmond is staying in the draft, and then 40 minutes ago, Billy Richmond has just switched course per his agent and will return to Arkansas. Back to school.
There you go. Speaking of drafts, a lot of baseball people think Buster Posey's trying to pull a fast one in the upcoming MLB draft. Buster Posey's master plan. And more weird baseball injuries coming up. Sactown Sports.
Welcome in for another edition of Story Time with Matt George. Take it away, Matt.
Killa, a gentleman pulls up in front of me, and you can hear the bass in this dude's car.
Okay, go on.
Your boy is not one as a nerd to yuck anybody's yum in terms of nerddom. I have the entire map from Lord of the Rings tattooed on my arm for life.
What could he possibly have been listening to?
It was EDM in a made-up language. I'm not joking.
Can you sing a few bars for us?
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Never a dull moment, right? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Toyota's Memorial Day offers are extended, so grab summer and savings by the wheel at Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event. Lakeside, Mountainside, or Oceanside, Toyota's got the perfect pickup for California. Score low 2.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on the rugged 2026 Tacoma SR5. Or get $3,000 cash back on the powerful 2026 Tundra. Offers end June 1st, so get to Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Cashback offers exclude Tundra TRD Pro.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Don't miss out on the biggest action sports event happening in Sacramento this June. Tickets are now live for MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026. See nearly 100 of the world's best skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Music performances featuring electronic music icon Cascade on Friday, June 26th, and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard, and music producer DJ Subtronics on Saturday, June 27th. Score your tickets today at xgames.com.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 74. Bill Walsh wins his first Coach of the Year award.
The first couple of seasons under Bill Walsh seemed like a distant memory and a completely different experience. From 2-14 in year 1 to 6-10 in his second year, year 3, however, was truly something special. The birth of the 49ers as we know it showed up under Walsh's third full season. The beginning of the season started slowly as the Niners opened the year 1-2. Following that, they ripped off 12 wins in their last 13 games to earn them the NFC West crown, the top spot in the NFC, and Hall of Fame coach Bill Walsh his first of 2 NFL Coach of the Year awards.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140.
There was a guy named Brett Barbary. I think his wife was a TV personality. Wasn't Jillian Barbary? Yeah.
L.A.?
Yeah. Brett Barbary missed a game when he accidentally rubbed chili juice in his eye. I guess he had it on his hand or something. When you play 162 out, you played baseball. When you play every day, things are going to happen.
Yeah. Chili juice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Chili juice.
Chili Davis was a great player, by the way. Chili Davis was a great player. Former Giant. And the Giants apparently are trying to kind of work a few angles, Alan, on the upcoming MLB draft. We're, of course, focused here on the NBA draft. But this is interesting. The way Buster Posey is trying to massage this so the Giants, who have the number 4 pick, end up with a guy that everyone says, oh, he's going to be the number 1 pick. Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
Yep.
Buster is a mastermind, is he not?
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is in some facets of his career, not in all of them.
Mm-hmm. The shortstop at UCLA is considered the number 1 pick is named Rock Kolowski.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen his name pronounced
yes.
A couple different ways. Yeah. And you don't like the way he spells rock?
No.
Yeah.
I know it's not his fault, but
mm-hmm.
R-O-C-H.
Yeah. Buster loves him, of course, so Buster met with him and took Brandon Crawford to meet with him, and Brandon Crawford, of course, played at UCLA. So they met with the guy. That's great. Also, you remember when the Giants traded Patrick Bailey, they ended up with more money that they can use on their draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a lot of people think what Buster plans to do is to offer this guy a ton of money and to tell him, look, we're going to give you like $13 million, and we don't have the first pick, but all you have to do is tell the teams that do pick you, whoever picks you, you tell teams, don't pick me unless you're going to pay me that much money.
Right.
And then Buster's plan is he will slide to us at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people say, baseball ain't going to like that, Buster. You can't circumvent the draft like that, Buster. And a lot of people say that is not going to work.
Well, the first thing is any of those teams in front of them could say, okay, we will pay you that.
Right.
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 Number one.
Mm-hmm.
But number two, if a team said, because this happened with Kumar Rocker or something like that, where it just rarely happens, or it feels like it rarely happens. So if the Rays, I think, are in front of the Giants, if the Rays say, we're going to draft you and we're not going to pay you that, and then he says, okay, I'm not going to sign, what's the threat? To go back to college?
The White Sox pick first, the Rays are second, and the Twins go third.
Yeah, because I think that's what happened with Kumar Rocker, and I don't think you get to go back to college. I think you're just floating in the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And with NIL, I just don't think that's something you would want to do. So I'm just kind of confused if somebody says, we're just going to draft you for that slot amount.
Mm-hmm.
What leverage? He clearly has some leverage if this is getting out. But, yeah. Well,
there goes his leverage, I would think, if this is all coming out now.
Yeah, well, if he says, hey, pay me this, or...
And it's not his fault. He didn't do anything.
Pay me this or let the Giants draft me. What if a team just says no?
Right.
And then he says, well, then I'm not going to sign with you. I don't think he gets to just go back to school.
He could claim that he could return to UCLA, but I don't think he wants to do that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So we'll give you $11 million. Well, you got to give me 13. No, but we'll give you 11. Okay. Or you can go back to school.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. Yeah, the Mets they drafted Kumar Rocker, but then that was on the Mets side. They saw arm issues and then decided not to draft him. So that's different. But you're right, Whitey, because the draft is going on basically during the College World Series, and I believe UCLA is the number one team in the nation going into the College World Series. So I think that's his. But that's the thing.
The Rays pick second, and the Rays bonus pool is the second largest behind the Pirates.
Right.
So a team picking ahead of the Giants has more money to offer them if they want to.
Well, and then it's like, okay.
Reeks of some desperation, perhaps, Alan.
Right. And then he says, no, well, then I'm not going to sign with you. He goes back to school. You still won't get to the Giants because they're a big market. They won't have another top 5 pick. So you won't even get to go to them next season. So what is the point of this?
I don't know. You tell me. You tell us.
I mean, I guess if they know he's not happy there, I don't know.
Would you agree with this? This is from Sports Illustrated. Quote, Posey's time in charge of the Giants has been disastrous.
It's close. After this season, I think it is going to be looked at as disastrous.
I don't think it's been disastrous yet. I mean, disastrous is a pretty strong word. It ain't looking good. Disastrous?
Whitey.
Not yet.
Do you need me to go through the list again?
I just think that here we are, May. It's too early for anything to be a disaster. It's really bad. Disastrous? Not yet. But that disastrous is on the board.
We'll see how June goes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how June goes. They have to go. They have a 7-game road trip at some point early-ish in June. 4 games against the Brewers. By the way, Kyle Harrison, shout out De La Salle, who the Giants drafted, then traded in part for Rafi Devers. Has been outstanding.
Although Boston traded him too.
Boston traded him too.
Yeah.
So they got 4 in Milwaukee, and then they have 3 in Chicago at Wrigley.
Look, I'm not trying to convince you. I know I've done that before that, there's time to turn around. I'm just saying, to me, if I'm being as objective as I can be, it's not disastrous yet. It's pretty bad. But
I think if it was only for the record, I'd agree with you. But the thrusting, the catch the bleeping ball, the Vitello stuff, I think that is why that word is being thrown around. A bad season is a bad season.
Yeah.
But you throw in that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hector Borg, the third baseman, mistakes, I think it's been disastrous.
Let's go to Jay Atration on this, although he's not really pro-Giants. Has it been disastrous so far for the Giants, Jay? Or is that a little premature?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Little bit.
Just
That's
a pinch, a bit.
Little bit.
Disaster.
It is a disaster.
It's a disaster.
But, I mean, the overall thing is, and I'm putting Al on the spot, the season is over. You guys don't have a shot to make the playoffs.
In my opinion, yes.
I'm with you on that.
In my opinion, yes.
You're not even in. Are you? I better check this. I was going to say you're not even in last place
of the National League.
You're only 8 out of the wild card. The whole thing is the manager. If that thing doesn't turn around, then Buster is a disaster. As a guy calling the shots there.
Yeah, and then it just turns into, okay, well, they made it respectable. They won 70 games. All right, but like that doesn't help anything, right? Already the expectations are in the tube.
Yeah,
that's a problem. You know, we're not even talking about 500 ball anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's an issue.
Isn't the issue, you being a Giant fan, you could answer this better than I could. Isn't the issue that it's hard to see what they're even trying to do?
Yeah, there's no clear path. We want to spend money, but not too much money.
Yeah.
We want to develop, but we're not going to play them every day. Well, what are you trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, when I looked up that list, Whitey, of the oldest team or the youngest teams, after you get past the Giants, whoever's older than the Giants, you have the Yankees. You have the Braves, teams that are in the mix. So if you're older, you're all in. If you're younger, you're obviously rebuilding or whatever. The Giants are 20th, but they're last. So that's worse.
Wow, that reminds me of another team in another sport, Alan.
Yeah, and the same team I've been comparing them to.
That's the one.
The Kings, same idea. Bad contracts, old, and not winning.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Buster's gambit works out, Kalowski helped turn things around.
I don't know how. Real quick, Whitey.
Yeah.
After the Giants, they're at 19, actually. I don't know. Somehow somebody must have had a birthday on a different team. But you have the Royals, who are whatever. But after that, Tampa Bay, Toronto, the Diamondbacks, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Padres, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Braves. All older than the Giants. And
some of those teams are halfway
80%
decent.
of them are contending.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll get back to the NBA draft when we return here. Who in this draft class is MLTD, Alan, most likely to drop? Next on Sactown Sports.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson and Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo Center from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but Northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Exercise and golf have been two important activities in my life. I opened Golf Fitness Solutions in 2013 to help my fellow golf enthusiasts improve their posture, relieve their pain, gain strength and endurance, and most importantly, hit the ball farther. From beginners to professionals, I've had success working with all ages and all skill levels, and I can help you too. Located in Carmichael, call us at 916-802-5175 or go to golffitnesssolutions.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I'm talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's going on for the Memorial Day sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $16,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs. Plus, with an EPA estimated combined 22 MPG, you're going to save big at the pump.
It's true, getting fuel is easily one of the scariest things to do nowadays.
I get it, and a new Ram could be what you need to cut your fuel costs long term. Plus, you'll enjoy best-in-class luxurious cabin comfort and the most luxurious Ram 1500 ever. If you've been thinking about a new truck, you have to start with Ram. Plus, with over 500 new Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at Hoblet.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$16,000 total net savings after $54.67 factory incentive and $85.33 dealer discount. Incentives include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible vehicles, $500 business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, and $500 military first responder bonus for eligible members. 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Well, the San Antonio Spurs laid an egg last night. Not to take anything away from Oklahoma City Thunder, but I thought the Spurs might have a little more feistiness last night. Give the Thunder all the credit in the world as the Thunder rolled over. The Spurs took a commanding 3-2 lead in that series, 127-114. So the Thunder just one victory away from a return to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, it was funny because we had the conversation as far as if you're the Knicks, who would you want to face? And I think the Thunder, coming off of that loss in San Antonio, I don't know. I think we agreed, Whitey, that, maybe you'd want to see the Thunder at this point. And then you see what they do last night.
A little shorthanded.
No AJ, no Jalen Williams, really no problem. And I almost texted you and said, yeah, the Knicks probably would rather see the Spurs for that reason.
That championship pedigree, such as it is, really shone through last night, with the Spurs ending up a little frustrated, and you had Wemby refusing to talk to the media. There were some terrible calls in the game. I don't know that they really impacted things one way or the other. Sure, a couple of those calls did go against the Spurs, but it was a strange one, and I'm not saying this was why the Spurs lost. But the play where a ball went out of bounds, it was right after a blatant goaltend was missed. The ball went out of bounds off Holmgren, and you had all of the players on the Spurs bench asking for the review with the twirling the fingers. Mitch Johnson trying to get the attention of the officials to call timeout and review it. And they say, we didn't see you.
Right.
I mean, that's
Didn't
bad.
look great.
That's a bad look.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there based on when it happened, the 2-minute report, that doesn't help anything at this point.
Right. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It just was a rare feeling, I guess, as of late, where I felt like the refs just had really no responsibilities and didn't have to answer to anybody or anything. So I think maybe that's part of the reason why Wemby said, well, if they don't got to answer to anybody, why do I?
Maybe so. Very, very, very impressive performance from the champions. Remember, they lost first game in this series.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time ago. And, to say the Spurs laid an egg, maybe that's not giving the Thunder enough credit. to your point, I thought the Spurs would have a better night given that the Thunder were a little shorthanded. But they took care of Wemby and they took care of De'Aaron Fox defensively. And so the champs 1 game away from a return to the finals. OKC against the Knicks. Middle America, the Great Plains against the Big Apple, potentially.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's Oklahoma City, right? Obviously, that's where they play. But the team itself, I don't think a lot of people would say, man, I just love this blue collar team. That's not how the Thunder play. That's not how they really act. So it'll be funny. I think more people might be rooting for the Knicks.
Yeah. You would have a situation where the small market team might be seen as the big bully, right?
Right.
And the Knicks will be the scrappy underdog?
Yeah, they have the
from New York?
The star that's a little undersized.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know
that nasty woman says I can't win.
Right.
With a little guy like that.
Yeah, and even Jalen Brunson, he used to get a lot of flack for flopping. I feel like he doesn't even get it anymore. I didn't hear anybody complain about it this season with him. It's just all been about the Thunder.
He does draw a lot of charges. Sometimes those things go hand in hand. Yeah.
I'm saying when he's on offense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying when he's on offense, he was kind of known as a grifter a little bit. And I feel like this season, nobody really talked about it.
I'll tell you one thing I would do this summer. If anybody from the NBA came to me and said, what would you do to clean up the game? I'd say you got to do something about everybody falling down when they shoot. Shea is probably the leader in that, but a ton of guys do it. We all grew up playing basketball, right? Nobody ever fell down when you shot.
Not every time.
You wouldn't even do that in your bedroom, playing Nerf ball.
Yeah.
Now guys do it all the time. You don't need to do that. It's unnatural. That's a flop.
Yeah. It is.
Unless someone clocks you when you're shooting and knocks you off your feet, that's a flop.
It is. And I think the Shea thing, I mean, at first it started because, hey, somebody's stepping in my space.
Right.
That was kind of the Steph thing.
Yeah.
And, hey, someone's stepping in my space. I'm not
Reggie
getting called.
Miller, you could go back to Reggie Miller kicking out his legs a little bit, maybe. Yeah.
Then it was Harden, and the whole thing with Harden was that Harden's feet kind of come forward. So, hey, I didn't jump in your space. Your space changed.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times that was on three-pointers. Shea is doing it on everything. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm. He did get to the line a number of times last night, Allen, hitting 16 of 17 free throws.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good bit of free throws. They're free throws.
I wouldn't be surprised if the free throw numbers skew a little bit the other way in the next game.
Mm-hmm. At home.
At home, the Spurs will be aggressive, and the officials, they tend to favor the aggressors. That's all I'm saying. I'm not suggesting the NBA will really want a Game 7. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but you're not saying it.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you that I'm not saying that.
Every time I look up, Stephon Castle has 5 fouls. But he never fouls out. He just always has 5 at all points in time.
I think he did say something along those lines. Somebody said, the officials made sure Stephon Castle was in foul trouble early.
They're trying to get fined, aren't they? Hey, you got to stand on business, Whitey.
All I know is, and Jay's going to get mad that I even bring this up, but the famous Game 6, Kings and Lakers, I don't think that the NBA, if they had anything to do with it, they didn't necessarily want the Lakers to win. They just wanted them to win that game so there'd be a Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA loves Game 7s.
They really do.
They'd love a Game 7 in this series, but, that's up to the Spurs to take care of their business.
I have a feeling we're going to get a Game 7.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I hope so.
Like I said, I think De'Aaron will play much better. He's kind of due for a good one after a stinker.
Mm-hmm.
I just think we're going to get a Game 7.
Yeah, but I think if it goes back, well, we'll see. One game at a time. Yeah.
And
I
at
think
some
things
point,
are setting up pretty nicely here for the Thunder.
Yeah, well, and if it's not now, I don't know. I've already given up on Jalen Williams. We got to see about A.J. Mitchell and this calf. We know they don't play around with that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, winning one, would that give Shea kind of the level of respect maybe he hasn't gotten yet from a lot? I know the following and we can't stand it, but if Jalen Williams gets shut down or keeps doing this play for a quarter and then done, and A.J. Mitchell is in and out, and he still wins,
how much more respect could he get? MVPs
I think it's I think it's the streets. I think it's the NBA world. I don't think it's writers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the idea that
He's a flopper.
He's a flopper. I know he doesn't really do it for me, but I think a lot of people feel like that. And if he does pull this off, flop or no flop, I think it'd be pretty impressive.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, Jeff Van Gundy is a finalist for the Magic and Blazers coaching jobs, according to MSN.
There's also some crazy numbers, Whitey, about the Thunder going on runs, and I believe it happened last night, without Shea on the floor. And that's another kind of thing that people use against him, about the Thunder just being so good, irregardless of Shea's greatness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was, they played pretty well when he was on the floor last night, +8. But interesting. The thing that irritates people about the Thunder is they're so good.
Yeah. And it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm. They're a very well put together team. And now, as we know, as we discussed today, a lot of people think that they got something brewing to move up and get Cam Boozer in this draft.
The rich get richer.
We can't let that happen.
We don't really have a say. The Kings do not have a say in this conversation, but somebody does.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people do, actually. I mean, I think Jay made a great point. If you're a Western Conference team, you better give up everything, or I can't do it.
Right.
I just can't. The only argument would be for the Grizzlies. Look, if you give us enough, we're so far away. Who knows what the Thunder are doing at that time? But the Jazz, since they're about to get out of the tank, the Jazz can't do that deal. I think the Eastern Conference, sure, whatever. Western Conference, maybe the Grizzlies. We're just so far away.
But they got a lot of really good young players. I don't think they're that far away. Yeah.
I think they have. I think they're just stocking up on what they can stock up on.
I also think that a higher pick is more valuable now because of the nature of the lottery reform. We'll know more about that tomorrow. Nobody knows. You used to have a pretty good idea, like, well, next year we'll probably get another good pick. Mm-hmm. And now you just don't know.
I wouldn't disagree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there.
So it makes it more risky if you have one in hand to spin it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who in this draft is most likely to drop? Yes, Carmichael Dave today suggesting on these airwaves that he's hearing rumblings that there's an expectation that somebody will drop. Yeah. I'll look for the exact verbiage. Who do you think, Al? Has anybody come to mind? Whether Dave has any idea what he's talking about or not, who do you think is most likely, if anybody, to drop?
I'm just going to do this by process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this conversation starts with the top 4, right? We're not talking about anybody outside the top 4.
Right.
So it's not AJ. Cam Boozer it feels like a lot of people have been talking about Cam Boozer lately and just respecting his ability to win and all this stuff, what he's always been.
You want to hear the quote, by the way?
Sure.
Okay. Dave today on his show said, I would bet a serious amount of money one of these 4 will be a Sacramento King. And he referenced Aka, Flemings, Wagler, and Brown. I said, also hearing rumblings, strong rumblings, there is a growing sense that somebody will fall. There could be somebody available for the Kings that the draft boards aren't expecting, end quote. Rumblings that there's a growing sense that somebody will fall. Okay, that's not too definitive, but all right, we'll play along. That's why we're trying to figure out if anybody were likely to fall, who is most likely.
Well, it's almost a chain of events, right? I feel like there's 2 conversations. There's falling, and to kind of paraphrase or quote Dave, then there's falling to the Kings, right? Darren Peterson could fall, but he's not falling to 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my hold up here. Caleb Wilson could fall.
Yeah.
But I don't see him falling to 7.
It's interesting, but yeah, I'm with you. As you think about it, it's like, well, wait, you're talking about a lot of teams. We don't know who's picking. We're not even sure who the Kings are picking. How does anybody know who the first 6 are going with, to the extent that you could say, oh, there's rumblings that somebody's going to fall? I'm sure someone told him that. I'm not saying he's lying or anything, but I'm just wondering, how does anybody know that?
Somebody, I mean, yeah, that's the thing in the NFL with the NFL Combine, the Mekhi Lemon stuff. We heard all about guys that didn't interview well, things like that. I haven't heard anything like that. There's no way Darren Peterson drops to 7. The only person
But he comes to mind when you look at guys that could drop.
Yeah, just
because of
the
everything
history.
we think we know.
Yeah. So I would say I would put Darren Peterson in the conversation. Do I think he would drop to 7? No. And then the other one, I would just say the lowest of the 4, didn't get to finish out his season, would be Caleb Wilson.
Yes.
Those are two guys, one in Darren Peterson, whose season was just weird, and Caleb Wilson, whose season was cut short. If there was anybody, and I still don't think they would get to 7, but if it was anybody, it would be those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's really Brooklyn is going to let Caleb Wilson get past them. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if for some reason Darren Peterson got all the way down there, maybe Brooklyn would say, well, we have 8,000 guards anyway. Well, I don't know. I don't know, because you're not going to take Wagler instead of Peterson. So I think this conversation kind of starts and ends with Caleb Wilson.
Yeah, I don't see the droppage either all the way to 7.
No, I don't.
It's an interesting point, and yeah, if someone told Dave that, he
said drop to 7 or drop.
Well,
a big name. He said big name could be available for
there
the
could be
Kings.
somebody available for the Kings that the draft boards aren't expecting.
Who said this?
Dave Wagelin, Carmichael Dave.
There's also
And
a chance
you can
that
read all about it at SactownSports.com. They did a story on it and everything. They have the somehow they've secured the video of it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's a part of me that thinks we might end up on their show tomorrow basically getting punked as part of the bit. But since they did a whole write-up on it, I don't think it's a bit. I think Dave's being serious.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, I do too. And when I saw him and heard him,
But with that being said, something would have gone terribly wrong. The name that we haven't talked about, there's no way it's Devonta. But the name that we haven't talked about, Whitey, is Cam Boozer. I don't know.
Cam Boozer ain't sliding to 7.
I don't think so either. I think what could happen is, let's say the Jazz played ball and they traded with the Thunder, right? And now the Thunder have the second pick, which sounds crazy, and they decide we want Cam Boozer. That's our guy. Then after that...
And that's at 2?
That's at 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the Grizzlies say we actually are more of a Caleb Wilson guy. We have a couple guards. And after that, the Bulls, there's just no way they get to 7, right? Because in my mind, we're talking about the top 4 because that makes more sense to talk about. But in my mind, this conversation could actually just be about Keaton Wagler. Really.
Who do you think is most likely to rise? I'm with you. If anybody is likely to fall, it doesn't seem like anyone's likely to fall to 7. But if the question is who's most likely to fall, I would think Caleb Wilson, and behind that, I'd put Peterson, just based on what we know. I wouldn't expect it, but if most likely to fall, probably Caleb Wilson. Who do you think is most likely to rise higher than projected? See, and I know we've talked about this guy a lot, so maybe it's not a big surprise, but I think Burry still has that potential.
I think
slide up,
relatively speaking.
maybe even into the top 5.
Yeah, relatively speaking, I think it could be Burry's. I really do. I saw him get called a wing earlier today because he is nearly 6'4" without shoes on. So I get it, Whitey, not a point guard, but you get what could be a ball dominant wing, smaller wing. But a ball-dominant wing, that's what's hot right now. And branding is everything. You brand him as a combo. You brand him as a wing, a ball-dominant wing. Oh, I think I like a ball-dominant wing.
I love the guys that you can tell they want all the big shots. And I think it's surprising how many guys that are pretty good that don't necessarily want that.
Yeah.
And it's human nature. But to me, that's one of the things that stands out about Burry's. There's a big shot to be taken. He wants it.
Yeah, and we saw that time and time again at Arizona. I was just looking here. Michael Brown Jr. was really hot about 2 weeks ago. And I just think nature of the beast had cooled off. This is all relatively speaking, not talking about the top 4 or top 5, but I could see Michael jumping over Kingston. I could see Braden jumping over Kingston. I could see those guys dang near jumping over Keaton Wagler, right? All these, and that's when you get to these guards, Whitey, they all are a different flavor. I know you guys are having your ice cream tomorrow for Thursday, but Wagler, the jumbo combo guard, Kingston Fleming's the most typical suspect, right? The most prototypical.
Solid. Defense, takes care of the ball.
Exactly. Hey, run the offense, and you trust him. Darius Acuff, the volume shooter, volume scorer, kind of a smaller package. Braden Burry's smaller wing, but can shoot the basketball.
But guard with size.
Guard
for a
with
wing
size.
maybe small, but for a guard, he's got some size.
And then you got Michael Brown Jr., who's the sharpshooter that can also distribute the basketball, but shorter amount of tape. So none of these guys are that's the one thing we haven't really talked about. 5 guards, all of them pretty darn different. Like, who's the most similar out of the group? Acuff and the juniors? Acuff and Michael? Maybe?
You'd have to go with the point guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all pretty different, which does give you hope, but also makes you wonder, I actually don't know who's going to be available because of how different they all are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The Darius thing, and that's the whole hope of it. If you can get a jumbo guard like Keaton Wagler, if the Nets decide to go Acuff, and for whatever reason the Clippers don't go Keaton, I think everybody's got to be really happy about that.
Do you think the Kings could be not shy about letting people know they want Acuff because they really think they're going to get him? Do they look at it and go, we think he's going to go to 7, and they're already trying to drum up the excitement over he's our guy and we're going to get our guy?
I think the only way that makes sense is if they're willing to trade up. How can you be that sure at 7? You can't be.
Yeah.
Unless they're willing to put something on it, which I wouldn't do.
It has to have something to do with throwing that out there and then seeing what they get back. Well, what is Brooklyn? Is Brooklyn going to approach us? If Brooklyn's not going to approach us, maybe they want him. I don't know. Then we got to trade up to 5. I don't know, Alan. I can't wait for it to be over so you can stop wondering.
I like what you said there, though. If Brooklyn had gone to the Kings, that could denote that they are okay with missing on Acuff. But if they don't go to the Kings,
right?
Say, hey, you want him? It's more of, well, we want him. I don't know. You know, the other thing I didn't really think about, and I know the Clippers. I know the Clippers are probably looking to get more picks, but is there any world where we need to be worried about the Nets trading up to 5? I feel like nobody talked about that. Now the Clippers, they would just drop down 1. Then they could still trade with the Thunder, whoever, or the Hornets, whoever they wanted to. I don't know why we haven't talked. What if the Nets just trade with the Clippers? Then you're screwed. I just haven't heard anybody bring it up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to give up that much if you're the Nets.
From Beam Team LTB, trying to understand the direction this team is going will only give you a headache. We can't tell you our thinking because we don't even know our own thinking. Just winging it.
I'm going to give Scott Perry more respect than that.
Yeah,
I
am
think
too.
they know what's going on. I don't know.
Historically, I could see why you would say that.
Yeah.
We're all hoping that things are different now.
And you might prove to be right. But as of right now, we can't live in that world. We can't afford to live in that world.
But let me play devil's advocate real quick, fellas. Then if we believe what some of these reports are saying, and you guys have been discussing this, if we're giving Scott Perry all the credit, and I know you're trying to figure it out, then why would he be telling people I want to take Acuff?
That's what I've been spending
Makes
2
no
days
sense.
at least trying to figure out.
And that's why I say the reports, I think they're interested in Acuff, but I'm with you, Alan. I think they understand that he may not be there, and I just don't see how some of the strong reporting that we're getting here locally, and again, I don't know if anyone is really standing on their reporting minus the fact that, oh, yeah, we heard that they like him. Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I just think, and who said that?
Well,
was that text line or who was that? Whitey that said just what you just said?
Yeah, in the YouTube comments.
Well, I'm trying to give him credit, but
Beam Team LT.
Beam Team LT.
Yeah.
So, I can understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I understand it too. Yeah. And all I can say is I hope that's not the case.
I was more so in your camp, Jay, until the morning show talked about they are targeting Acuff. Now the verbiage is getting stronger.
Yeah. Jay, here's where I was yesterday.
In what form?
Well, targeting is a lot different than
targeting versus interested.
Yeah.
And that's Dave using that.
targeting today.
Here's where I was yesterday, Jay. And admittedly, I said it at the time, this theory has some holes in it. But I was starting to wonder, all right, it doesn't behoove you, if you're picking 7th, to tell everybody who you're going to pick.
Yeah.
So if it's coming out there, maybe that's not the guy you even want.
That's what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
Because as we know, this is the time of as you like to say, misinformation.
Yes.
I'm going to throw 18 things at the wall for you to believe I want
I
Acuff.
love this guy. That's our guy. Why
Yep.
would you say that? Because he's not our guy.
Right.
Huh.
Makes no sense to me.
It really doesn't. We have a text line. Let's get those tinfoil hats out. Hey, fellas, I've seen mock drafts where the Clippers pick a big, assuming
Mara,
probably.
And Acuff drops to 10-13. We will see.
Nah, I wouldn't believe that one.
Yeah,
I don't think Acuff falls to 10.
There's a lot of mocks out there, and not everybody mocking has
done their homework.
Their feet in their stocking.
Yeah, there are a lot of mocks. Wait, what was it we were talking about? Oh, more content on the mock drafts or more content on, hey, if I were to change the lottery rules, this is what I do. There's a lot of mocks out there, Whitey.
Right.
But there were a lot of rules, and I couldn't stand any of them.
I think you're spot on, Whitey. I think it's one of the biggest things about this time is we're going to throw 2, 3, 4 pieces of information, and we're going to get it to maybe 1 or 2 people who seem to be credible, and kind of tied in local. And this is what I'm saying, and there's no disrespect to the Matt Georges and the Carmichael Days because they are tied. But why is Mark Spears not saying this? Why is Sam Amick not saying this? Like Amick last week wasn't standing on the fact that Darius Acuff is the Kings guy. The fellas pressed him, and he was like, he could be. So that's where I'm looking at. It's like some of these things that are very strong, no disrespect to the Brett Siegels of the world, I'm just not seeing the people who really stand on what they talk about say Darius Acuff is the Kings guy, which makes me think what you're talking about, Whitey, it may be Michael Brown Jr.
When I take what I think I know of Scott Perry, and we've spoken to him here, I don't pretend to know him, and I could be wrong. When I take what I think I know of him and his basketball senses and sensibilities and values, and I look at Kingston Fleming's, to me, I feel like bing, 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 bing. There's a match there.
I think that's the hardest sell. And it's not about Kings fans if you're Scott Perry. Don't get me wrong. It is for us. Thank you for listening. But that would be the hardest sell. From out of that group, literally that would kind of be the perfect ending to this season. After all this, we're going to take a guy that is the least flashy dude, but kind of in theory fits that Scott Perry floor general prototypical point guard role.
Solid. Good player.
And I'll talk myself into it because I won't have a choice.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm not, like couching anything I've heard or anything like that. No. It's just taking a hopefully educated guess. What's cooking is coming up because it's almost dinner time, and we'll look more closely at tomorrow's MLB expansion announcement from Sacramento and some interesting things coming out of Oakland and Salt Lake City today as well. Are they related? Next on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by CervantesForCongress.com.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. A mix of clouds tonight with still a chance for occasional shower or even an isolated thunderstorm. Temperatures in the 50s Thursday morning will then warm into the mid-70s with a chance for some more clouds and showers. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The cost of healthcare is skyrocketing, and that stops now. Hey, I'm Pace Cervantes, and when I'm in Congress, we're going to build the billionaires to make healthcare affordable for everyone and turn PG&E into a not-for-profit community energy provider. Go to CervantesForCongress.com to donate. Paid for by Cervantes for Congress.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd. To the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost the house, I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found tax relief advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax Relief Advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Will did and call TRA for a consultation.
But for me, the real win is I got my life back.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-488-2578. 800-488-2578. That's 800-488-2578.
May is here, and so is your excuse to hit the ballpark. The green and gold are bringing the energy all month long with fan-favorite bobbleheads, can't miss post-game fireworks, and a ballpark atmosphere you don't want to miss. Turn up for Sacramento Saturdays and bring the whole crew out for Stompin' Sundays, packed with kid-friendly fun, giveaways, and the opportunity for kids 14 and under to run the bases after the game. Enjoy big swings and bigger moments all May long in West Sacramento. Lock in your seats now at athletics.com/tickets.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
It's dinner time. What's cooking, Alan? Hey, Alan, what's cooking? I had the Napoleon grill out, of course, for Memorial Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
What'd you cook?
Chicken thighs, just...
You're always with the chicken thighs.
Yep, cooking up some chicken thighs, had some corn on the cob, but did not grill them. I was not asked to grill them, so I did not grill them. It was good.
You gotta grill the corn.
Over. Yeah, I know.
It's still early.
Yeah. I was not asked to do that, so I didn't do that.
Okay, wanted a different flavor this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, corn on the cob. Summertime.
It is.
Yum.
It's time.
Mm-hmm.
State Fair's around the corner. I actually don't know when it is.
What happened to the county fair?
What happened, though?
Yeah.
What happened to the county fair? It came and went. I guess it's only this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
I think it's like for 2.5 hours, and then
literally. You know what it is, though? It's just a pre-setup normally of the state fair. Like you go to the state fair, you go to the county fair, and then you'll see
like a soft open.
They just kept
preview.
They just kept building.
Yeah,
you just kept building it. But I need my deep fried Snickers. It's almost that time.
Mm-hmm.
July 17th. It's August 2nd. So we still got a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll be out there. We're gonna see if we can get out there.
We need to get
do
out
our show from there.
We need to, we need to show the people that we're there for them.
Have you ever seen at the fair what do they call it? The reverse bungee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that thing
you
is
ever been
serious.
on that?
No.
I did that once. We recorded it and aired it.
What?
Yeah. And they had to strap the microphone into my hand.
Oh, wow.
Really tightly.
Where's the footage?
I don't think there's any video. It was only audio. Yeah. Wow. And it was pretty intense.
How much did they pay you to do that?
It was just part of my regular, daily duties, Jay, on the morning show I was doing. And I'll never forget because I get shot into space. And made this noise, and you get this weird feeling, and I got the same feeling when I heard it back.
Uh-huh.
I relived that sort of
like when like your stomach's in your throat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a weird sensation to just get shot into the air like that.
Yeah, I love the
It was
state
pretty cool.
fair. I like to be careful as far as the rides are concerned. Obviously they're all safe. Don't get me wrong, but me personally, I go to a amusement park.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm all over it.
Well, this was amusing,
but something about the traveling rides.
Mm-hmm.
I pick and choose which ones I feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much.
What's the best ride you've ever been on anywhere? State Fair, Disneyland.
I mean,
Great America.
Disney has the classics. Kong at Six Flags, when your legs are dangling. Everybody likes Medusa, but I really like Kong. What was it? Grizzly, whatever it's called. At
Grizzly, the wooden joint?
That thing hurt my back,
That thing gave you a headache, man.
That's old school. Yeah.
That hurt my back.
They actually have a chiropractor right there when you get out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Sponsored by a masseuse.
But that's cool because that's,
Yeah.
It's like you're rattling your way through history.
Yeah, you definitely are. And then you get on Kong or Medusa right after. My problem with Medusa is after the flip, it's just, there's not much to it. It's the big flip, you drive, hey, can we go? We see the corkscrew, then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But, I mean, I'd be remiss to not bring up Space Mountain. Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Those are probably, off the top of my head, top 3.
One of the worst things I ever did as a parent was decide to bring our daughter Lonnie when she was, I think, 3 on Star Tours.
Oh.
And we thought, and the woman there's like, are you sure? Like, yeah, she'll be fine. And the woman's like, and she leans over to my daughter and goes, just close your eyes and pretend you're a bowl of Jell-O.
Wow.
And then,
what?
Yeah. And we made it. And then afterwards, I think she said, I don't want to go on that ride again.
No,
so that was a bad one. That was
maybe
bad.
a
Then
little
after
early.
that, she was afraid to go on. Let's go on, Snow White. Yeah, I'm good. But
Right.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
This one will be okay.
Yeah,
What was it? Tower of Terror? I don't even know if they have that one anymore.
No.
Down
It's,
by in LA or by across the street from
It's
Disneyland.
what you call it now?
Isn't it the Cars one?
Galaxy.
Oh,
it's,
Guardians of
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy. Yeah. Rockets.
Yeah.
Rockets ride.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call him a raccoon.
It's his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I apologize.
he that's what he said. Don't call me a raccoon.
Yeah.
Isn't that Bradley Cooper?
Yes.
Yes.
Does the
Yeah,
voice?
yeah.
All right, so tomorrow we're all going on a ride. Hopefully, MLB expansion announcement from Sacramento is just the beginning of the ride, officially.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big one.
That's what's cooking. This is interesting. I believe there are some people involved with Sacramento's baseball efforts who think it's interesting that Governor Cox, the governor of the state of Utah, posted something today that said, we have a real shot at bringing MLB to the Beehive State. Utah has the momentum, the vision, and leaders like the Miller family helping rally support behind a team Utah can call its own. And there's a link to a story, which actually is from one of our sister stations. So, interesting timing, maybe a coincidence that it comes out the day before Sacramento launches. And there was also a story today that the sale of the Oakland Coliseum looks like it may be announced tomorrow, and that's going through. Interesting timing.
I know we're going to learn a lot more about this tomorrow, but what is it that Sacramento can do to, in the eyes of the Bob Nightingales and the actual decision makers, move ahead of Salt Lake?
Yeah, Bob Nightingale, who said in his USA Today column that Nashville and Salt Lake City are, quote, heavy favorites, end quote. Heavy favorites.
So what can Sacramento do? Like, if they popped out with Joe Lacob tomorrow, like, does the owner matter, right? If they popped out with Joe Lacob tomorrow, does Major League Baseball say, oh, you got Joe?
Yeah.
Does it look at
You got Burkle? You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that?
Uh-uh.
That's from when the Kings were trying to convince the commission of the NBA that they should stay here and not move them. And they said they had Ron Burkle. And the commissioner said, you got Burkle? That ended up being Vivek, but it was, that's favorite. You got Burkle?
So I'm just wondering how they can move in front of the perception that Salt Lake is.
Perception's tricky and ultimately doesn't matter. Who cares really? We appreciate his time. Who cares what Bob Nightingale thinks? I don't think, from what I think I know, I don't think we're going to hear anything about like an owner tomorrow. I think it's too early in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, think of it if you're a potential owner, like, well, I don't even know what you have yet.
Okay.
Let me see what you got. Well, I'm interested, but let's see where this goes.
That's just interesting to me when you have a mock with no money.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say they don't have money.
No, I'm just saying that they don't have the main.
I'm with you. I think it'd be great. I don't know that we're going to get that tomorrow.
You can hop on Zillow, Jay.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to name the cities because I know some people live out, but Jay, I'll be looking way outside my price range. It was fun.
Yeah.
Until you scroll down to what the
mortgage
would be.
Yeah. To your point, I mean, Utah has that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Utah's got people that are waiting for baseball. Like, we're ready.
Right.
Just give us the go-ahead.
It's just the timing of they're going to say this, and then what? They're obviously not going to say, we don't have an ownership group yet, but it'll be, once we get this in place, and then it's another conversation. Hey, they have just locked down so-and-so billionaire as the potential owner. Is that the timing?
The timing is not as important as it may seem because we've got a ways to go. It's not like, hey, we need something in place by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
This is going to be years. As long as you have interested parties, which I believe there are interested parties. And you have to have, I agree with you, you got to have some kind of funding mechanism announced. This is where we're putting the park, and I think we know where that would go. This is what it would look like. Here's how we're paying for it. I think you got to have something like that. If you don't, if you have, here's the park, how you paying for it? Then, people aren't going to take you very seriously, including Major League Baseball.
Right. So there we go.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll find out some details on potential funding. And like I said earlier, give me my mock-up. Give me my mock stadium.
I don't know how you're getting a mock-up before we get owners involved.
They already have some that aren't official.
Anybody can hop on AI and get a mock-up.
So how hard can it be?
I'll make you a mock. You can get a mock-up before the show is over. Where's Guerrero Grows?
Right. So why are you poo-pooing the idea of a mock-up?
Because doesn't the owner need to say, maybe I'm not understanding the timing of this, but doesn't the owner need to say, yeah, I like that? Right?
Well, if you're paying for it, I mean.
That's what mock-up
But you're not. The plan would be, there aren't too many owners that come in now and say, yeah, what do you guys need? I'll pay for the stadium, I'll pay for everything.
Yeah. Whatever it looks like, I'm good with it.
I would bet, and I don't know, but I would bet that we would hear something along the lines of, we have contacted some interested parties, and we are not at liberty to divulge who they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's coming.
A lot of parties.
Uh-huh.
We do have mocks, though.
Yeah.
And have the parties seen the mocks?
The freaking Padres just sold for, what was it?
3.9.
Astronomical amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you better get it. What is it? Slam Diego?
Welcome to Slam Diego.
Yeah, we need a nickname. And don't worry.
Welcome to Shutout Diego.
Yeah.
They got shut out again today.
Hey, still better than the Giants. Don't worry. All the nicknames, logos, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll handle that. The names, I got all that. So we'll have a lot of discussions tomorrow, Whitey.
My understanding is we may and probably will get a name of like the efforts, like the Portland Diamond Project.
Oh.
Sacramento.
Like the Sac-12 type thing.
But it's not going to be, the Sacramento, the name of the team yet. I don't think.
We're going to find out.
What's the number one thing you guys want to see tomorrow?
Some kind of funding for the stadium, I think.
Same.
Public funding, private funding, or just the fact that, hey, this is how some of these dollars are going to be made?
Just as long as they can say, here's the stadium and here's how we're paying for it.
All of it? Or close to it?
As much as possible, you know?
So if it's like, okay, the project from the Sacramento Contributors Organization or whatever, they're going to, the 1.7 for the arena, the stadium. And you're going to like, oh, okay, but we have a bond coming in and it's going to be for $700 million. You're good with that?
I think, because Portland, like we've said, they have a plan. It may come under fire, but they have a plan, and then Utah has a plan. So if you want to compete with them, you got to at some point, and you want to be taken seriously. I mean, you got to have your ducks in a row tomorrow. You can't just come out, just so you know, we would like a team, thanks. You know.
Well, so you're saying there's a world where this might, we hope it could be a success. It could be not so much of a success. We don't know. Tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think they've been working on this a long time. And I think I think most people are going to be really surprised how far along it really is.
Okay.
It's kind of been under the radar, but not tomorrow.
All right.
So looking forward to that tomorrow when we come back. Congrats to a 49er on his brand new deal. Alan wants to talk some 49ers, so we will do that next on Sactown Sports.
Top young talent in the NBA is headed to Sacramento this summer for the 8th annual California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings will host the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the sound of Jack buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Toyota's Memorial Day offers are extended. Zoom past the pump all summer long in one of Toyota's 21 industry-leading hybrid and electrified models. But hurry in while there's still time to save at Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event. Score deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and the 51 MPG Hybrid Camry. Or get 0% APR on Toyota's newest EVs, the CHR and BZ. Don't miss out. Extended Memorial Day savings end June 1st. Toyota. Let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Mark your calendars because MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is landing at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Witness nearly 100 of the world's best athletes compete in skate, BMX, and Moto X events and catch live music performances by global electronic music icon Cascade on Friday night and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard and electronic music producer and DJ Subtronics on Saturday night. Don't miss MoonPay X Games. Lock in your tickets now at xgames.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey there, Mark and Tom, the travel and entertainment guys with you, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations. Time for our weekly travel tip, and with it, here's Mark Hoffman.
The internet is littered with recommendations made by travel influencers. Tales of luxury hotel stays, upgraded flights, spacious cabins on cruise ships, written by the people who experience them. But are these, by and large, honest reviews? The answer is maybe. Certainly some of the reviewers are upfront in their assessments, but more and more of these influencers are not paying for the experiences they are reviewing. Let me ask you, if you worked in PR for a hotel or cruise line and you comped a travel influencer with a large following, wouldn't your expectation be that the review which followed would be overly positive? Perhaps not objective or honest, but positive. Take those online reviews with a grain of salt, or maybe half a grain.
More tips to make you a smarter traveler. Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Sixers, okay. You know, can't really be disappointed in you. You're probably disappointed in yourselves, but that's okay. But the Cavs, the way they folded up shop the way that as quickly as they did, without any resistance whatsoever, an embarrassment.
Are we doing the path thing? Like your path to the finals? Did the Knicks have an easy path to the finals?
They did, but you can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
And then their path was a little difficult early on with the Hawks, the pesky Hawks. And then from there, it's like, okay, here we go, guys. We got hold on. We got the Sixers? All right. Detroit's a really good team. So wait, never mind. We got the lackluster Cavs. And they don't really want to be here.
Do you think there's anything to the idea that in these situations, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 when you say, oh, well, there's no way to have a conversation about the Celtics possibly beating the Knicks because they couldn't even beat the 76ers? Because I do think that is a way to – it does oversimplify things a little bit. I think styles matter. I think you can get up against a bad style. They didn't have Tatum, right? For at least a couple of those games. So a lot of people, I think that's the easy answer. That's something my dad would say. Well, it's not the Celtics. It's not the Knicks' fault. Clearly, Celtics wouldn't have beat the Knicks if they couldn't beat the Celtics. But I don't know if it's always that simple. Maybe sometimes, but not always.
I know on this show when they were getting ready, the Knicks were getting ready to play Cleveland in Game 1, and we were talking about it. And look, I know I was wrong, but I said Game 1, I said I like the Cavs a lot in this game. I think they're better than anybody the Knicks have played yet, plus the Knicks have been off a while. And you know what happened? The Cavs had that huge lead, and then they just
Yeah.
They had that game.
Right. I know you already went back to 0-2 for Jay, but even to go back to Beam
Jay
Team.
loves it.
Yeah. Even to go back to Beam Team, and I don't know that you've said this before, but a lot of people say, well, if they would have beat the Warriors, then they would have definitely beat the Lakers. Well, how can you say that when they didn't beat the Warriors and the Warriors didn't beat the Lakers?
You're just chasing your tail.
No,
Maybe.
I'm just saying a lot of people will say that.
I know. And I've just never really, it's like, it doesn't matter.
You've heard that, though, about
Of course
Beam
I
Team.
have.
Yes.
Well, about other teams.
Yes.
Like the famous one as well. If Clay hadn't gotten hurt, the Warriors are beating Toronto.
Right.
Maybe? I don't know.
Well, that's a little bit injuries. I'm not even talking about injuries. I'm talking about this team lost, and I know I brought up Tatum, but this team lost, but they choked. And if they didn't choke, I think they would have then beat a better team, right? In theory.
I think the Kings win that series if De'Aaron Fox didn't get hurt.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
I mean, he was playing the best basketball he's ever played, probably ever going to play.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt George. That's what I think. Could be wrong.
Yeah. How hard is it to, I guess, I'm trying to think of situations, right? And not to go too far Warriors here, but remember Draymond Green, how he said, well, Steve held me back, blah, 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 blah. My understanding or my read on that situation was that it was not Steve Kerr. Honestly, I thought it was the addition of Kevin Durant. And before that, Draymond was dropping a lot of points and doing a lot of different things. When you look at De'Aaron, and it changed how Draymond played basketball is my point. Looking at De'Aaron, I know it's only been 1 year, but it gets hard to even see him again in that position where, hey, it's time for De'Aaron to take over a game. That's why earlier in the show we were talking about, is he a second option still, or is he going to be third when it's all said and done? Because once you kind of leave that realm, Dwayne Wade, same idea. Once LeBron came, he never produced at the same level.
I don't understand why this is to a kind of a something connected to your point. No one ever talked when De'Aaron was here and Domas was here that I know of. Maybe I just missed it about any potential kind of. Now, later on, it became apparent like, wow, those two don't necessarily get along as much as we thought. But, you had De'Aaron was the face of the franchise, and then in comes Sabonis, and wow, they're winning, and De'Aaron is a clutch player of the year, and they give Domas that huge deal. And I wonder, were they cool with each other all along? I don't know.
I don't think.
Did that have any impact on anything? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they were ever boys.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't have to be boys with someone to work well together, but.
And I know eventually they definitely were not. But
No.
I mean, when things were going well.
I just think they were never really kicking it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then on the other hand, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum probably never were either, and they won a championship. So
right. Well,
they
there's a
figured it
level
out.
of that, but then it's how do you play together? And I think maybe even though their play styles work, they didn't enjoy playing together, which are two different conversations.
I know that you wanted to talk about the 49ers. Alan gets so mad when we don't talk 49ers. Congrats to Mac Jones on his brand new deal. He agreed to terms with San Francisco on a revised contract, adding for this year a $300,000 roster bonus, according to Tom Pelissero. So Mac Jones is now set to make $3.55 million this year, with another $2.25 million available in incentives, and he is slated to be a free agent after the 2026 season. Best backup in football, Alan? Best backup quarterback in football?
Well, we get to see him a good bit, so I guess we
had
could
a great
make that.
year last year.
Yeah. Now, why would they invest all of this in the backup quarterback? Ask yourself that question.
Well, it's because it's the National Football League and people get hurt, Alan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Mac Jones.
Best backup quarterback, Mac Jones, or your guy, Kirk Cousins?
He's a starter. Mendoza's
It's probably
a backup.
Mac, but if you're asking me Fernando or Mac, talk to me in a couple weeks.
Great sports talk still to come here, so don't go away. Thanks for being with us. Back with you tomorrow. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.